Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Sam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Hussam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Liverpool win a game of football. You get me? We don't absolutely suck. We have one win, which is beautiful. 3 points. And we kept a clean sheet, chat. So, big up to all of you guys locked in. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We're going to start the show immediately because Callum has to go in an hour. And because, you get me, Matt can't make it.
An hour and 20.
Hour, 20 minutes, yes. I'm going to squeeze this lemon as much as I can. You get me? Because he doesn't want to help me feed my family. So he has to go in an hour and 20 minutes. You get me? Matt can't make the show, chat. He can't make the show, Matt. You get me? So, and Drifty isn't replying. Collaborating with Kopish.
I'm here. I can only do what I can. I can't force Matt and Drift. I'm here.
You know what it's like? You know what it's like though, Sam? You've got like the Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Thiago midfield. They're good, but they're never available. I'm like the Milner. I'm always here. I'm always on time. No, you don't have to worry about my fitness.
Stop. Wait. How many shows have I missed?
Anyway, guys, let's speak about Liverpool West Ham.
Okay.
Let's speak about Liverpool West Ham, guys. Let's speak about Liverpool West Ham. So, I want to start off with you, James Milner. Talk to me about the Liverpool West Ham game. What you thought was different and who deserves credit?
I thought what was different was we used players in logical areas. We didn't put the winger, because we only played with one on the day, which is, I'm sure, a wonderful topic of conversation we're going to have today about Mohamed Salah. The winger that we had in Gakpo, we didn't put him chalk on your boots for the whole game. We put him within the confines of the 18-yard box. The same thing with Szoboszlai for the most part. They drift out occasionally, but for the most part, all of our width was provided by the fullbacks. So what that meant was when we were building up in attacks, what you were getting was Wirtz onto the ball with options to support him close by, so you could have these cute little interplays. And in the first half, not a lot of them came off, but you could see the quality that was there. In the second half, 2 of them came off. But I quite liked it. It's something that what's his name, Nagelsmann preaches about. Rather than maximising the width of the pitch, just being relative with it, using your fullbacks to give you all the width you need and getting your attackers close together and use the quality. Something Arne said about what Isak needs to get the most out of him. He needs players close by so you can see his quality in tight areas and short, quick 1-2s and stuff. So I quite like that second setup. I thought that it allowed us to create a lot of chances. We just didn't take some of them. Defensively, they didn't have a shot on target, so I can't really complain about that. They had a good chance at the end when fucking Fulcrum bulldozed his way through the entire midfield. But outside that, there was nothing really. I quite like the dynamic we had building out the back, where one of the midfielders would drop in to the back three and the other one would stay on the second line. But it wasn't a case of it's always McAllister. It was... For this go, it'll be McAllister. For this go, it'll be Gravenberch, and he could never get a proper setup to press us. I think if we just had a bit more confidence in our abilities and we had a bit more belief at the minute, that game would have been a fucking cricket score. Because I think Arne Slot got pretty much everything right tactically in that game. And it was just the players that are a bit shaken at the minute, they're a bit low. So You know, I look at Gakpo, even though Gakpo got a goal and assist and created our 2 big chances on the day. The one where Wirtz plays him in and he takes a heavy touch and it rolls to the keeper. If he's got a bit more confidence, maybe that touch is a little bit smoother, a little bit sharper, and he gets a shot off. Or the one where he knocks it down for Wirtz and he's got a chance right on the edge of the box and it's a bit of a tame roller towards the keeper. If he's got a bit more confidence about himself, maybe he's putting some proper whip on that. I did love the Isak goal. The Isak goal is why you spend 130 million quid on a top finisher, because that is a top finish. To get it in the area that he's got that in, with the way he's put it in there, that's an unbelievable finish. So I'm very happy with that. I thought Joe Gomez was fucking superb as well. It's mad what happens when you put a right back at right back and let them play like a right back. I thought he was brilliant. I've got no complaints, and I know that it's sparked a whole other now controversy because we can't just win a game of football and be happy and move on. We've now got to talk about whether Mohamed Salah's now the devil at the football club and he's the reason we can't play well, which makes no sense. But on that game, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the performance. I'm happy with the players. I'm happy with the tactics. I just think that once we start to get a bit more confidence, i.e. if we build up a couple more of these wins and that confidence comes back and we put in a performance like that again, rather than it being 2-0, we're talking about 4, 5, maybe even 6.
I mean, just quickly, I want to read this. Where the hell is the protagonist of the club? Why is he hiding? Big up Don Hussam, She-Hulk, and Connor Bradley's stepdad. Send Gakpo to Jupiter.
She-Hulk?
Who the hell is She-Hulk? I want to know what and why is Callum She-Hulk? Because obviously Connor Bradley's stepdad is Tom.
She-Hulk is harsh. Fonzie, literally the other day you said like we're friends now and we're on the same
He was
team.
up your ass 2 days ago.
Pause, man.
I paused that, hold that.
Pause, bro.
You're saying this is Callum?
That's crazy.
Why, Fonzie?
I'm not built like that at all.
We know you're not.
This is crazy.
We know you're not. And just quickly, big up to Joe says Klopp is guiding Slot as he has no tactics and lost the team. He's been backed several times. West Ham are crap. The crap. The win was a fluke. The performance poor. Now, Joe, big up to you and big up to Fonzie. Also, big up to the Football Terrace for the raid. Big up to everyone who just joined us from the stream on the Football Terrace. Big up to you, Terry. Make sure guys are liking and subscribing on your way in. Because, actually, no, let me not do this. I have a surprise for you guys tomorrow. But let's just please hit the like button, subscribe right here, right now. Mr. Callum, I have to give you credit, unfortunately. Because there's something that you've been calling for a while. And it happened. And the result was fantastic on the pitch. Joe Gomez playing right back, who was phenomenal yesterday. Yeah. What did you make of the tactics and the way that we played, plus that substitution and how it affected the game? And we'll speak about the Salah bit in a bit.
All right, so I can only speak about what I've seen in the game because I didn't watch the game live, so I've only seen highlights and parts of.
Well, what's the point? What's the point? You could have told us this beforehand, guys. Let's all put on the Sky Sports highlights, and we can watch exactly what Cal's watched together.
Brother,
it was my niece's 18th birthday yesterday, so I thought.
Now he's trying to guilt trip us. I'm
just telling you the truth. I just didn't realize it'd be met by this ritual.
Happy birthday to your niece. 18's a wonderful celebration. Did they not have a TV?
Well, not at the restaurant. No, they didn't, Tom. Sorry. And it wasn't in London either. No, it wasn't in London. I had to come out.
Niece means like your sister's daughter, right?
My brother's daughter.
But it also applies to sister's daughter.
It's just sibling's daughter. Yeah, and your nephew's your sibling's son.
Yeah. No, fair. I skipped many uncles' birthdays to watch Liverpool.
I've skipped many birthdays to do content as well. But this one I didn't want.
This is the 18th one. I understand it's different. I understand. Don't worry.
So
anyway.
Yeah, from what I've seen, again, with Gomez starting at right back, I just thought it made sense for the longest amount of time. He's someone who's played right back to a high level for Liverpool Football Club as well. Plus, I think it just gives you a little bit of defensive stability. And I think we saw that yesterday. In regards to how he played on the pitch, I'm glad Isak got his goal. From what I've seen, I still don't think he was brilliant by any stretch. Really good save by Areola before he scored his goal, though, the left-footed one that was in the box. I thought that was a brilliant save. I don't think there's much more he could have done with that. Gakpo got a goal and assist. I'm really happy for him. Again, I know he's not everyone's cup of tea, and he didn't necessarily have the greatest of games, but again, he showed up when it mattered with a goal and assist, and you can't fault him for that. Florian Wirtz, from what I've seen, was excellent. I know it's going to be the whole, he hasn't scored, he hasn't assisted in the Premier League, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, if he doesn't make that pass to Gakpo yesterday, we don't get that first goal. And I don't think people will account for that in the statistics.
But man like Fozi.
We all watch football with our eyes, right? So we know how that goes. In regards to defensive structure, he looked a lot more controlled, a lot more balanced. I don't want to take any credit away from Liverpool because West Ham were poor. We still had to go out there and do our job. And when we've been poor this season and teams beat us, I don't see credit being taken away from those teams. So I don't think credit should be taken away from us. And also, shout out to Slot, man. Got it right on the day. He won a game. Look, when he loses, we get onto him. So when he wins, he should be given the same amount of praise, in my opinion. And the overall bigger picture, does it change much for me in terms of wanting a new manager? No. That's a conversation for a different day. But as of right now, Arne Slot played a game of football yesterday, managed the players.
By the way, neither that it should, Callum, because there's something we have to clarify. One game should not change your opinion on, like, you get me, like you wanting the manager out, because then it means that your opinion is weak. I think if we go on a run and we start winning a lot of games in a row, like, okay, I am speaking for Callum here 100%, but I think he'll eventually agree with what I'm saying. If Liverpool Football Club win like 10 Premier League games in a row, Champions League, blah, 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 like we go on a 10, 11 game winning streak, and we have changed the way that we play, and we are changing tactically, and we have finding a way to win games from a tactical perspective, I promise you, Callum, myself, and everyone will be like, okay, we're like slot in now. Like that's the reality of the situation. It's not called flip-flopping, it's called reacting what you're seeing on the pitch, because flip-flopping would be coming here after West Ham going like, by the way, that's my opinion, flip-flopping. But if we go on a crazy run and win a lot of games of football, then we will all be more than happy to have the manager stay at Liverpool Football Club.
I don't know whether we'd all be. I know Cal's had like 2 weeks of dreaming about Steven Gerrard coming in and lifting number 7. So if it's Arne Slot that does that, I think Cal, there'll be like a little bit of him that's slightly disappointed.
There never would be. I'm always Liverpool over player, mate. I wouldn't. But no, I agree with what you're saying. I think the whole flip-flop idea comes from content creators and online, if we're going to be honest with Sam. And I, with all due respect, I don't really pay attention to much what happens online. I do pay attention to what other content creators say. Obviously, it's part of what we do. But I wouldn't take any of it personally. I just think it is what it is. I look at it like this. If I'm working somewhere and I'm being treated badly, then I'm going to look for a new job. But if they apologize and treat me well, then I won't look for a new job. Doesn't make me a flip-flop employee. It just means I'm, as you said, reacting to the situation. But I also do think he deserves praise when we win, because we're quick to get onto him when he loses. So we have to show the same energy. And when he wins, I think he deserves credit as well, because yesterday's performance, I think, was massively down to the management in terms of his decision-making and how we set up against West Ham. And he deserves credit for that.
Fozi, what did you make of the game yesterday?
Wow, it was brilliant. I loved everything about the game. But we've been asking for Joe Gomez as a right back for a while, and he hasn't done that. You know what I mean? Like, he should have done this 10 games ago, not like yesterday. You know what I mean? We've been asking for this for a while. Play someone that can defend, someone that can, contribute on the attack as well as, do everything else. Not only that, look at what Joe Gomez did in the game, the set pieces. He was heading balls away, taking his own man out to head the balls away and all that stuff. Why are you doing this now? Like, when we lost 6 games, in the Premier League, you should have done this a while ago. Listen, it was great what we saw yesterday. brilliant performance. I've seen the midfield step back 5 yards. The two obviously defensive midfielders, which is McAllister and Gravenberch, they complemented each other yesterday. I love the way Florian Wirtz played as well. Look at him. Look at the freedom he has. He's not looking at one side anymore. You know, like the problem with us is when Salah plays, I'm not blaming Salah. Salah is Salah, innit, at the end of the day. We keep looking for him at every opportunity. And this game, it showed like the chemistry was there when the players are, you know, have to do that much more on the pitch, which is, you know, have their own influences on the pitch. And I thought it was a phenomenal performance from the team, from the goalkeeper all the way to the forward line. And the work rate was different. The way we passed the ball was different. The way we contributed to everything else, like, you know, creating chances and all that stuff was different. We limited West Ham to a zero shot on target. So it shows like if we try as a team, we can beat anybody. Don't forget, West Ham actually was in a good run. I think there were 2 wins plus a draw or something before our game. So, listen, Arne's slot has changed for once, but I can still see. I've seen this before, guys. You know what I mean? With Aston Villa and Real Madrid, I've seen 2 games we won, but I can see he will still try to sneak in that formation that he wants to play, which is open football again, and get another loss going as well. So I have that doubt. But I got to give him credit for yesterday. For once, like he grew a backbone and he took out, you know, some players that, you know, wasn't performing. So let's just see what's going to happen in the next few games. I'm not going to be saying, hey, Arne's slot in and, you know, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon, you know, Arne's back and all that stuff. It's going to take him time. It's like he needs to go on a run of games, which is winning, even a draw. I don't care. As long as you're not losing. And then convince us as a fan base that this football is back to where it belongs. Okay, we're 9 points of Arsenal. It doesn't mean we're going to win the league, but still, like, try achieve something this season. Don't go with the attitude of, you know, I want to change things and all this stuff. I want to get away from the Jurgen Klopp formation because you know, everybody's telling me I've won with the Jurgen Klopp team and formation and all this stuff. Don't do that too quickly. Just keep going, man. Just get the wins on the board. I don't care how you play. You could play negative football, positive, whatever you want. Just get the game, you know, win going. All I want my team to do is win games, and I hope he's going to continue with that because that's what we deserve. I can't watch my team in the bottom half of the table anymore, man. Now we're going back up. let's continue with that because that's what we need, man. You know what I mean, but like I said, guys, I've seen this before from this manager. He's gonna probably go back to some sort of football again. That's gonna, you know, get us losses again.
That's the big worry for me because you sit here, like, obviously, look, we'll have the Salah conversation in a bit, and I think it's important to have that conversation because it's a conversation happening in the fan base right now. I agree with what Tom said regarding, like, listen, I think people are just running agendas at this moment in time, but we'll come to that in a bit. But regardless, look, in terms of the game and in terms of the performance, I think we played absolutely incredibly, to be honest with you. I really think we were amazing in the game. Like, I think we were just fantastic. I think it's important to acknowledge when someone gets something right, just like it's important to acknowledge when someone gets something wrong. And for me, big up Beige and Red Stevie. And for me, I think Slot got the formation spot on. I think he got the way that we played spot on. And, like, there's something, two things that I will say. Number one, off the ball, we were really good. We ran, we fought for every ball, we defended really well. On the ball, I had a problem with us, though. I think on the ball, there is so much work to be done for this Liverpool team on the ball. And I know there are some people who are just looking at the league table and seeing how many points we're off Arsenal or off whoever. Guys, we are far off it. Far off it performance-wise, not points-wise. Forget points-wise, performance-wise. We need to perform so much better on the ball specifically. Like, on the ball in that West Ham game, we needed to be so much better than what we are. Like, you know, I've criticized Gravenberch before for not being the best of passers, and all these guys just jumped on me like pit bulls. You get me? Like, I said something crazy. But we're seeing it more and more now because of the way that we play. Defensively, we were extremely solid. I love the fact that Kerkez was overlapping and not as underlapping as much. The one that underlapped a bit more was Joe Gomez, which makes sense because he's a centre back by trade. Arne, welcome to the sense penitentiary. Welcome to common sense. Welcome to logic, Arne Slot. We missed you. The team logic has missed you. And like, my problem was literally just nothing more than just on the ball. I think on the ball we need to do so much better. And that's something that shows me that there is a lack of confidence. The other constructive criticism I have of Slot is, I get why you took off Wirtz, because the guy, like, just come back from injury, blah, blah, blah. Slot's man management has stank badly this season. And I think he has affected the confidence of some of these players in a fucked up way. Alexander Isak just scored his first Premier League goal for Liverpool. He's feeling himself. Habibi, keep him on the pitch for another 20 minutes. Maybe he scores a second goal and a third goal. He feels even more confident. The subs for me is something that I've criticized a lot for this season. If you wanted to bring on Ekitike, I understand. Take off Gakpo, bring on Ekitike. That's it. Play Ekitike left wing. Let's try something. For me, I wanted to keep Isak on the pitch because I just wanted him to get a bit more confidence. And Isak is ready for 90-minute football now. Like, Isak is not. We can't keep doing this whole, he's returning from injury, blah, blah, blah. Because guess what? Come Sunderland, I promise you all, probably, Ekitike is going to be the starting striker. That's my prediction. And if I'm wrong, I'll hold my hand up and admit it. But like, I think at least that he's going to go with Ekitike up top. But regardless, that's just me.
I don't disagree with the subs yesterday, though. I get why he done them.
Fairs. I disagree with it, though.
Ekitike is better off the ball than Isak. Jones is better off the ball than Wirtz. And Robbo's better off the ball than Kerkez. I
understand.
It's not something that we expect from a Liverpool manager, but that's a Liverpool manager that was desperate to just get a win over the line. So he brought on better pressers, people he can trust a little bit more on set pieces defensively and stuff like that. That's all it was. It's not he's not killing a man's confidence in that way. He's just going, I need the win. If Isak doesn't get a second goal today and his confidence doesn't go to the next level, that's fine, because getting the 3 points today means that all them other players go up a level with their confidence because they've seen it out and kept a clean sheet. So it's better if we sit there and hold out for a win, and we can still hit them on the counter-attack. Because if we brought on Ekitike for Gakpo, what we then lose is what Gakpo done quite well yesterday, the defensive work. Gakpo was actually quite good defensively yesterday, as was Soboslai on the right. You take him off and bring Ekitike on. Neither Ekitike or Isak are as good as Gakpo at doing that. So you would have left the left back a bit more exposed. So he was battling down the hatches. That's all it was. To me, that's all it was. He was going there. He's going, Jones is better defensively than Wirtz. Ekitike is better defensively than Isak. Robbo is better defensively than Kerkez. I'll bring them on. That's why Salah didn't come on, because Salah is not as good out of possession as Soboslai. So there's no point in bringing someone on who's worse out of possession when you're trying to hold on to a lead. That's the way I see it. It's not something that we see much from Liverpool managers, but he was just battering down the hatches. Let me just get this over
That's
the line.
why I said I'm just nitpicking. But that's something that I felt like, okay, because during the game, I do have to be honest, during the game, I was irritated that he took off Isak. The rest of the subs, I had no problem with. Just the Isak one specifically, I was just like, man, keep him on. He just scored his first goal. I wanted him to score like the second, the third, the fourth, just like whatever, like feel a bit more confident about himself. Cody Gakpo had the worst possible performance with 2 GA I've seen in my life, bro. Like that guy, he got 2 GA in the end, so it was effective. But overall, like first half, he had a moment where he laid it off to Wirtz. Wirtz should have scored 100%. No,
I mean, we created 2 big chances in the game. Cody Gakpo created both of them.
I know, but like overall,
and he was chasing his touch the entire first half.
It's just like, what am I seeing, Cody? But regardless, look, it's about for me, stop scapegoating players, because I haven't scapegoated any of them. I love the team performance yesterday more than anything else. Alexis McAllister, my midfielder. Why? You guys notice every time McAllister plays well, we play well. He's like he's the only elite passer in our midfield.
He's not an elite passer, so
He gives away a ball a lot. He
he's
does.
a good
He does.
passer.
He
He's
does.
not an elite passer. We don't have an elite passer in our team.
We do. Alexis
We do.
McAllister.
No, we do. Florian Wirtz is an elite passer.
You could say.
McAllister's the
That
level
is
below
true.
that.
By the way, I think Wirtz was the best player on the whole pitch first half as well.
Oh yeah.
Guys, we don't have an elite passer in the team. Wirtz is a very good passer of the ball. Max is a good passer of the ball. We don't have an elite passer, guys.
Who's the elite passers in world football then, Cal? Just so I know what the standard is that we're saying.
Trent is an elite passer.
Are you talking about Cal? Are you talking about long range passing or short range?
To be an elite
passing?
passer, you've got to have a full range of passing. No, not just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, McAllister can play long balls,
can
short
play
balls.
both, innit?
No. Okay. So a right back is part of the elite category. Who else?
I say Vitinha's up there.
I don't think Wirtz is that far away from Vitinha passing wise. Nor McAllister. I think Vitinha's strength is the way he evades the press. Because he's so small and so quick, he evades him so well. But I can hear it. He's a better passer than what we've got, but I don't think it's a million miles away.
Yeah, I just think for elite, you've got to have the full range in your arsenal, and you've got to be consistent as well. Most players can pull off good passes at every now and again, but to be an elite passer, you got to be consistent with it.
That's the thing with McAllister.
Xabi Alonso, Pirlo, these guys, Gerrard, these guys are elite passers.
Okay,
Well,
then McAllister is just the best passer on our team. So, whatever. Let's change the word so you guys aren't as triggered.
But I don't think he's the best passer in the team. I
neither
think
do
Wirtz
I.
is the best passer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Who's the best passer?
Virgil.
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 Yes. Virgil probably is the best passer of the ball in our team.
He's the no.
Wait,
He's
wait,
good.
wait.
He's
Are
not the
we talking
best.
about like technical players, or what? Are we talking about defenders? I'm going off the thought of technical players. Like if McAllister,
I've got Van Dijk fifth. I got
Yeah.
Van Dijk fifth. If I had to list all the players, I got him fifth. He's behind Wirtz. He's behind McAllister. He's behind
Szoboszlai.
Salah. He's behind. I think he's better at passing than Szoboszlai. I
Do you
think
think so?
Virgil's got better passing range than Szoboszlai. I'll say that. The four I've got ahead of him
Mhm.
are Wirtz, McAllister, Salah, and Jones.
Maka.
The
only
four I've got
the
ahead.
only thing that
Jones.
Jones
Curtis
is
Jones is
very
a better
good.
passer. Curtis Jones is a better passer.
Jones is
Virgil.
very good at
Curtis
short
Jones
passes.
Curtis Jones has every pass in the locker. Curtis Jones' problem is he holds onto the ball too long at times, so you don't see it.
Who's
When
not better
Curtis
passer
Jones is
than
passing the ball, he's there.
Maka and Jones aren't better passers of the ball than Virgil. Virgil, at worst, is top 3 in the team. At worst.
Jones
So,
for me is very good at keeping the ball on the short passes. I wouldn't say Jones is like
Yeah, he's not a passer like that. But if you look at McAllister, the only thing that lets him down, his passes go astray like, a lot of times. If you know what I mean, if he cleans that up, I think he'll be the best passer in the team. That's the only thing, because I've seen him give away too many passes in obviously in every game that he plays. If he sorts that out, I think he'll be the best passer of everybody else. But yeah, but if you talk about Liverpool's best passer, you say Florian Wirtz. If you know what I mean, he could do short range, long range. You know, he could do eye of a needle pass. So if you're talking about the priorities, like a lot more to his game, Wirtz is the one that's got more than everybody else.
I'm not mad at Wirtz. I've got him as number 2.
I'm not
but-
mad at Wirtz. I just put him second place. I go McAllister.
I think
first.
with time, I honestly think with time, Wirtz will be the best passer. I think it's too early to judge him now if you haven't seen him play for Leverkusen in the past and all that stuff. So give him time. Look at the performance yesterday. Nobody expected that. You know what I mean? As we saw, especially in recent weeks when we've been watching him. I think with time, he will improve the passing and, you know, goal scoring and everything else and creativity as well. So there's a lot more to come from Wirtz, in my opinion, as time goes on.
I know we're trying to be structured and everything, but I just want to argue a point that's been put around in the chat. People saying Curtis Jones only passes sideways and backwards. You do realise Curtis Jones is by far and away the player in the Premier League who completes the most forward passes per 90 minutes at 18 a game.
No, I think Jones is very good in the short
He's a good
pass. I'll
passer.
give him
But
He's a good
we're talking
passer.
about, like,
Jones
you
is
know,
good, but
I'm not arguing what you're saying. I'm arguing with the people in the chat who are doing
Oh, okay,
the
but
dry
I'm like
narrative. He only
everything.
passes sideways
Passing
and
has
backwards.
many facets. Short passing, he's like
Yeah.
maybe even the best one in the team at it. But like long passes, crosses, stuff like that, he's a bit weaker. Like, you know,
Yeah,
like
100%.
40-yard diagonal. I've never seen Curtis
On
Jones
that
do
point as well, Tom.
Curtis has that, though.
Just because he passes forward, we don't know what those forward passes are either. So it's easy to say he passes more forwards than most of the players in the Premier League, but it depends on what those passes are as well.
But that's his style of play, Carl, isn't it? Going forward.
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying we can't use that stat and be like.
Ultimately, if I'm going off the way Curtis Jones has played this year, the forward passes are going to be to either the 10 or the winger on the left, or maybe even the left back on the left a few less times when he does that thing where he drops into the left side of the defence. But his forward passes are always going to the attackers of the team more so than... It's not like... You know how Canate can sometimes have 20 forward passes, but it's to the DM who then goes back to him. That's not Jones's forward passing. I think that the narrative that Jones doesn't pass forward is it's crazy to me. It comes from the fact
I agree. I agree with that. I'm just saying I don't think you can use that stat as a just that's the reason why he's a brilliant passer.
I was using that stat to defend him against the narrative that all he does is pass sideways and backwards. Therefore, he's not a good passer. He plays 18 forward passes per 90. That's more than Elliot Anderson. It's more than Zubimendi. It's more than Soboslai.
Jones is never really going to get the love from the fan base because he's just not a fashionable player like that. Just call it what it is.
It's his consistency, isn't it? He's not consistent. You know, the guy
even when he has been consistent,
we're still like getting him off the bench.
Even when he has been consistent, he's just not going to get that love that I think he deserves. But it happens, man.
He needs to be more impactful in the team. Then people will respect him more, in my opinion.
No, but when
I'm wearing his shirt from yesterday. Let's move on from this conversation.
No, let's not move on. Let's not move on. I want to argue.
We're not going to have another 2-minute Curtis Jones debate, please.
We won't. But
we all agree Maka and Wirtz are 1 and 2, whichever or other than Callum.
No, but if we're arguing about impact, Curtis Jones needs to be more impactful on the pitch. What more does he need to do this season? Because Curtis
when
Jones,
I'm talking about passing, I'll explain. I explained.
I'm not arguing about the passing point, Hassam. I'm arguing a different point now.
There's facets to passing: short, long, diagonals, crossing.
Curtis
Jones. You can say Curtis Jones is probably the best one in the whole team at short passes. No one will deny this. But we're talking about long passes and diagonals and crosses. He falls short behind the others. That's it. We're not insulting the guy. Chill out. The one that's bad at passing is Gravenberg. That's like an average passer at best.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for the longest. It's not even Liverpool bad form. Like I've been on Gravenberg's passing for a while now.
I think we lack a top.
Given the chance, but I'm not even gonna go bring up the old stuff that I said. But anyway, Fozi wearing his shirt. Isak, you get me. According to Joey Barton, he's Somali.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I mean, there is.
Hi, bro. You want to know something? Social media.
Don't get me started on that guy. Man.
Social media has allowed people to just be extremely edgy.
He's not edgy. The guy's a prick. No, sorry.
Yeah,
he's not edgy. He's a prick. He's
stupid for no reason.
You don't have to use a Somali word to be racist. Just tell the truth, innit? That's what I said.
Just go like Isak hasn't been good enough in a Liverpool shirt, and that's it. But he's just a fucking idiot.
The guy's scum.
Anyway,
piece of crap on the bottom of your shoe, man. Dirt.
Isak scored. Fozi.
Yeah.
What do you think this does for his confidence and Liverpool in general going forward? Because we need Isak's goals.
Listen, he's the future, isn't he? He's the future for Liverpool Football Club. He's at his prime. Well, he's at his prime now, isn't it? He's 26, so he's going to be like going forward the Liverpool most important player, in my opinion. So we do need his goals. Obviously scoring a goal yesterday does boost his confidence, and that's what we need. That's what we need from him, like to help us out with the goals now. It just depends how the football club, what direction are we going to go? Are we going to stick with this direction and provide goals for him, or are we going to go the other direction, do the wing play? So going forward, in my opinion, like with Isak, it's the supply in it. That's what we've got to do. We've got to supply him with goals. We've got to get creativity from all angles for him as well. And what I've seen of him as well, guys, like in close proximity, Isak can turn and score goals if you give him the ball to his feet. And I don't think we do enough of that. But from yesterday, what I saw, he started off slow. and he got into the game, and he was making runs that we haven't seen at Liverpool yet. I think with time he will get a lot of goals, especially with the midfield that we saw behind him, especially Florian Wirtz and him. If they build that partnership, creative side from Florian Wirtz to Isak, I think he could get a lot of goals, and that's what he's missing. Don't forget last season at Newcastle, Murphy, Gordon, there was the supply line for him, and every single time they passed the ball to him, he was getting the goals. And you know what I like about Isak? He's a first touch kind of striker, guys. In the box.
Yep.
He always hits the ball with the first touch, and he always look at that finish yesterday. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
From a small angle, like he just got it in the bottom corner of the goalkeeper.
Near post as well.
Yeah. Listen, man, you give him the supply, the guy will score goals first time, even if he has to touch the ball. We haven't seen the best of him yet. The best is yet to come. With confidence, like you said, Hussam. I wish he stayed on longer. He could have got another goal because when they went down into 10 men, we was attacking more. So he could have probably got his second goal, third goal, whatever it is. But it is what it is. But yeah, I think this is the way forward going now. Him and Florian Wirtz.
If Slot starts Ekitike against Sunderland,
then we've got.
I need the Sunderland manager to RKO him at Anfield.
I wasn't expecting him to start in the game, but I think it's a message now. Like, you're fit now, bro. Start playing games. I think this is what the message is now.
I've had this conversation with you guys all on different shows, bro. Baldy finally understands. Wirtz and Isak work with each other.
Yes.
Like, it's just I pray to Allah he wakes up, because yes, we need the £100 million signing to unlock the £120 million signing. Yes, we need it, guys. We need it. Ekitike is a fantastic striker, but he's a different type of striker completely to Alexander Isak. Completely different type of striker. Like, do I believe Ekitike would have made the finish that Isak made? Probably not, to be honest. No. I don't think he has that type of finish in him. He's more like a curlet, take one, two
touches. Newcastle in a similar way.
Yeah, like take one, two touches, get past like a defender.
It's a very different finish. The one in Newcastle was center of the goal.
Okay.
The one
exactly. Isak's one is more like instinctive, instinct. Isak's one is more instinctive, like he just works off instinct.
We've seen him do that.
And that's why Wirtz and Isak need each other. Wirtz and Isak is the perfect combination with each other, and I don't think that should change. For once, Baldy, we need to just carry on with what worked. Just run it back, Wirtz and Isak with each other.
I'll be honest. You could see yesterday they were on the same wavelength.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. They're still figuring out how to play with each other, because a lot of the chances that Wirtz was creating probably needed, based on the runs that Isak makes, to be played half a second later, because Isak wants to. So when I look at what a striker should do, I'm going to the cross. That cross he done on his left foot in the first half, that sort of flashed across the goal, and Isak was just about to get onto it and got clear behind. Most strikers, I would expect, would make the run to the front post and then try and flick it on towards the back post. But Isak instead tried to go all the way to the back post to fire it back across front post, which is a better way to do it, because you're firing it back across the way the keeper's coming, so he can't get back and save it. But for that to work, it needed to happen half a second later, because Isak had to try and disguise his running behind, was it Mavropanos or something?
Mm-hmm.
And because there was just there wasn't that little half second where they've played with each other for ages, so they know what he's going to do. Wirtz plays it earlier, and Isak just isn't there. And when you're watching it on the replay, Isak's like behind the defender when Wirtz plays the ball, and he's got to try and make up all that extra ground. Same thing happened in the second half when Wirtz played the ball across, and again Isak's just trying to make a different run than what Wirtz is used to from a striker. They just need to play a bit more together, and that sort of stuff will click a lot more. But you can see. I'll be more concerned if the chances weren't getting created. If they're getting created and we're just not 100% there, that's fine. If we're not creating, then we've got a bigger problem.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Let me just
So
grab these.
Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room next? Are we, Hassan?
Can I speak
Which
about
one?
that when you're ready to go to it, Sam? Can I speak on that?
Yeah. What elephant in the room? You mean the Salah conversation?
Yes,
Okay.
the most mental conversation I've heard in the past 24 hours, as it always is.
We'll speak about it now. Next section. Let me just grab these supers. I'm gonna move on, talk about the topic. Let's make sure Tommy Blue doesn't clap his ass cheeks for this manager, please. And let's keep away from him turning into Tommy Sins. None of that talk again.
That's crazy.
Ed, I haven't fucking done anything today.
I
Wow.
haven't even said nothing. I'll be honest, Ed, you owe Tom an apology still, because he hasn't even said any wild shit today. He hasn't even said any wild shit.
That was so harsh.
I'll be honest with you, bro. You probably have to go like, Tom, my bad. I didn't know you had it in you.
I've
You're
just been
not a
professional talking Liverpool.
Yeah, he hasn't even said anything. I'll be honest with you. Today,
I'll be honest, you don't need to worry about this show for all the mad stuff. It's only on Coppish on a Friday where all the mad stuff happens. This is more of your professional show.
yeah, I agree. This one's a lot more professional than the Friday one. 100% a lot more professional, despite Kopish best attempts. This is very professional on this
I mean,
channel.
Cal, we haven't had a moment like being pumped in Malaysia at 3 o'clock in the morning on this channel. That only happens on Coppish.
Tom, actually, let's move on because Callum only has 30 more minutes. So, big up to Nasser, who says, "Who do you renew Ibu's contract now that Madrid is out of the race?" Personally, he can piss off because honestly, he's a liability on the ball.
I mean, if he's going to stay, I'd rather keep him. I'd rather just not let him fucking go for free now.
Yeah, I think
but we still need another centre-back.
You know, I said this about the Gakpo thing. I think Konate has been scapegoated to fuck, bro, by this fan base. There are legitimately games where I watched and I'm like, Virgil is playing so much worse than Konate. And yet people just point out Konate all the time. And it makes me, like, I legitimately thought against Eindhoven, Virgil was the worst player on the whole pitch. I think Virgil was really bad against Nottingham Forest as well, and really bad against Man City. People are like, "Oh, get Konate out of my club." I'm like,
can I ask you a question, guys? Yeah, if Konate's contract wasn't coming to an end, would they be as bad as what they are to him?
No, it wouldn't be.
There you go.
It'd still be bad, but it wouldn't be as bad as it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
No way it is, because Trent left on the free. Konate is now getting the flat foot Trent can't get as well, because it seems like he might be going to Real Madrid. I still don't rule out the Real Madrid signing, by the way. Real Madrid just said they're not, from what I've read, they're just not coming in through him in January.
No, they said they're not coming in for him in 2026. So I assume that.
I think we need Konate, guys.
We do need Konate. I don't think I don't think he should be an automatic starter. Everyone knows who the centre back I'd like us to bring in is, which wouldn't make him an automatic starter, but Schlotterbeck.
You know what it is, guys? He just missed competition for places, isn't it? That's what he misses.
I remember.
You know what I mean, guys? Like if someone was pushing him, I don't think those bad performances would be showing.
But I also don't like the notion that Virgil at his age is an automatic starter either.
Yeah, that has to change very, very soon.
Virgil is though at this point, isn't he?
Say again, Tommy.
Virgil kind of has to be at this point because we've got no left-footed centre back.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like the ideas. That's why I want us to sign a couple of centre backs.
But isn't Leone his replacement in the long term? This kid Leone wasn't he?
I mean, yeah, but he's got no knee, so we can't. I can't expect anything from Leone for a good while now. Whilst he tries to build himself back up.
They said he's back in training on Jan, innit? They said like
no, that was Anfield papers.
Yeah.
That was Anfield papers. The players don't trust Slot. The squad shows they are very hesitant. Slot is treading water. A loss to Sunderland, he should be sacked. Yes or no? Yeah, 100%. 10 losses in 14. Like, it's just, hey, that's not like, hey, we won against West Ham. Of course, 100%. If he loses to Sunderland, give job resignation immediately. Like, that's just what I believe, legit. You know, so that's my thing. So, I don't think that, you know, we have to beat Sunderland. That's why we go back to the conversation. It's about consistency. Big up to Nasser says, y'all are mad. Virgil is our best passer, long range or short range. City pressed him every time. Wirtz's chance was Virgil's signature diagonal. Okay, here's the thing. I am not mad at you saying Virgil is like our best passer. I just think McAllister's got more to his passing range. I think Wirtz is the best passer in the final third. and he's
Yeah.
very good at the short passes as
Yeah.
well. So that's the thing. But there are elements of Virgil that we'll never see. Like we'll never see Virgil put a cross in as an example because he's a centre back. So we'll never really figure out Virgil's crossing ability, if you would like.
That's true.
You know, so there are certain things just based off where you're at on the pitch that you get me. Is
I would
the-
also say as well,
not to
the
be-
reason
not to
why
be-
you saw City pressing us because the guy next to him can't pass at the same level, so it's easy to take one out the game.
and because Arne Slot decided to deploy a high press against Manchester City.
Not to be pedantic though,
Cool.
we all consider Xavi Hernandez as an elite passer, right? We all
Correct.
we didn't really see Xavi cross the ball that many times either. To be fair,
Oh, Xavi had a good cross on him. He even took free kicks for Barca.
didn't see him cross the ball that much though.
I mean,
I don't know if I'd put crossing into the because, for example, Robbo for me was an
Yeah.
excellent crosser of the ball, but I wouldn't say Robbo was an excellent passer or an elite
No,
passer.
he's
But as
never
a
been
cross-
an excellent. Yeah, but the reason for
cross
Robertson
of
is
the ball.
probably his short passing was always lacking. Like it's a bit too heavy or a bit too loose or blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Even
that's
in
what
his
I'm saying. So, like for me, I wouldn't say crossing is one of the fundamental elements to being an elite passer. I'm not mad at you putting it in there, but like,
I'm with Cal. If I'm judging a guy off his passing ability, I'm not going right. Get yourself in a wide area and cross it in.
yeah,
The fact that some guys can do it only amplifies them, but I don't use it to detract from others. So like Kevin De Bruyne is a brilliant crosser, and he made that right half space his own for fucking how many years.
Mhm.
But just because Iniesta didn't do that doesn't mean I go, oh,
He's a less of a passer.
Iniesta, where's your crossing ability, mate? I don't use crossing as like a thing to detract from others. Just
I don't know how you guys are talking about passing. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm a guy who watches number 10s. That's the kind of passing I'm talking about, like technical passing. You know, eye of a needle passes towards a run and someone shoots. That kind of passes. That's those passes I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
those passes are still a thing, aren't they?
That's different thing, isn't it?
Those
That's
passes are still a thing,
Alcantara
but it's not the
passes. This is
10.
the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, and
10
actually, I get where
the 10
where,
died for a bit, though,
Fozi's
didn't it?
coming from. I get where Fozi's coming
The 10 in football died for a bit. So those passes still had to get made, but they've now been made from deeper positions, which is why I think that we're talking. Because like Tony Cruz for me is one of the best passers
like
I've
that.
seen.
yeah,
And he would
100%.
play how many of them incisive passes a game, but it was from a much deeper position because teams didn't use a 10 anymore. So I think that
Pirlo as well does that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pirlo, Xabi Alonso, like
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
think
That's the kind of
that
passes I'm talking about. Yeah.
it's hard.
Thoughts
to
on
analyse about
EDL
one passer.
Barton's comments on Isak?
he's a dickhead, man.
A dickhead says a dickhead thing. I don't know why the dickhead has a platform. He doesn't like me on Twitter anyway because I call him a cunt. Let's move on.
Yeah, man.
Because you called him a see you next Tuesday. Because I have
Effectively,
to
yeah.
feed my family, you prick. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys,
There
we
you
got over 1,000 people locked in. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single one of you, please hit the like button, subscribe. Fozi TV is in the description now as well, so go give him a subscribe.
Thank you, brother.
Unfortunately, subscribe to Kopish and to the Sanders Show.
Unfortunately,
and to the Matt
wow.
Wow.
Subscribe to Dickhead Tom as well. We'll try to get him demonetized. So let's get to 300 likes.
Oh,
chat.
Cal, Cal continues to go, wow. Oh my God, wow. Look what I fucking got.
Yeah, but you got me demonetized. I need to feed my family, brother.
And you
Anyway.
and you got Coppish demonetized on Friday.
No, that's a lie. No, I didn't. I didn't say the C word.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say the C word. Do not lie.
Did you?
Anyway,
And who
Yeah,
knows
you
if I got
anyway,
demonetized today.
guys, let's have the elephant in the room conversation.
Oh.
You get me? So Callum wanted to start, so we give him the floor.
He's
Yeah.
only
So
got 3 minutes.
regarding the Salah stuff,
What are you doing?
I do think he should have been dropped yesterday, but I also think Gakpo should have been dropped as well. For me, you put both names in the hat, whichever name comes out, that's who you drop. That's how bad I think they've both been this season. This notion that we've played better without Salah, it's been based off 2 games. But if we're going to be objective about it, our best performances have also been with Salah as well, where we played against Atletico Madrid, Everton in the first half as well. Those involve Salah as well. And if I'm not mistaken, Salah got a goal in the Atletico Madrid game and he got an assist for Gravenberch in that game as well. So the notion that Salah's the main issue here, as opposed to what we've been saying for weeks now, is the managerial issue in terms of players that he's picking, in terms of philosophies and tactics he's instructing the players to do. I still think that is the overarching issue. Has Salah been at his best? No. Has Gakpo been at his best? No. Has McAllister? No. The list goes on. Konate, Virgil, the list goes on. The reason why I do think Salah or Gakpo should have been dropped, though, is because they just weren't doing their job as wide players for Liverpool. They weren't scoring, they weren't assisting, they weren't beating players, they weren't passing very well, they weren't creating anything incisive for the striker, and they were having selfish moments when there were better options available. So the whole Salah's crap now and Salah this and that, I don't buy into that notion, but I will sit here and tell you straight that he should have been dropped, and the decision was justified by the win yesterday.
Oh yeah,
but people are going way overboard with it.
As they always do when it comes to Mohamed Salah.
It's not just Salah. We just sat here and spoke about Konate being scapegoat. It's not just Salah who gets it. Now, let's be real about it, guys. Salah's had a lot more leniency this season than Konate has, for example.
Huh?
No, but it's
Salah's had leniency.
It's an entirely
I
different
never said he's had
conversation.
leniency. Listen to what I said.
Salah's not had leniency since he joined the club. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Since he joined in 2017, he hasn't had leniency.
I mean, yeah.
Salah hasn't had Oh, come on, Hassan.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Salah's had leniency.
There were people in our guys, don't act oblivious.
I'm not actually oblivious, but you're just picking out.
There were people in our chats in January time when he had the most goals and the most assists in the entirety of the Premier League who were chatting shit about him. So don't try that whole thing, please.
In a Liverpool fan base or outside the Liverpool fan base?
In the Liverpool outside, actually outside, I don't care what they say. Talking about our fan base.
Wait.
The majority. Are we talking about the majority or a small minority here, Sam?
I'm talking about a lot of people because we're having conversations about.
No, because this.
You're talking.
So you're saying? Oh, hold on. You're saying so last January people were getting on at Salah.
I'm saying people, Liverpool fans were getting on to Salah even last season,
in general, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, generally, yeah. People remember. People remember 100%.
That's one person saying that. But over the course of last season, he was one of the most loved and adored. We all crashed out that he hadn't been given a contract by October. We were all crashing out. Okay. Like we genuinely were. Like,
I mean, all I remember from January was all of us arguing why the fuck did the man who got 14 GA breaking a record for most goal involvements in a month not get Premier League Player of the Month?
Yeah, like
we were all arguing over that.
Okay, fair, listen, fair enough. We have different experiences, I guess. But anyway, Tom, what did you want to say about Mo?
It's a lot of what Gal said. Look, you'd be lying if he said he's been great this season because he hasn't. Do I think it's entirely down to him why he hasn't been great? No, I do think he's a factor in it. But I don't think it's entirely down to him. The way we set up yesterday, like I said, going narrower in the front line and getting the width from elsewhere, I'd love to see us try that with Salah and the team rather than what we're doing at the minute, where Salah just stands on the fucking touchline and has to beat 5 men to get anything going because that doesn't fucking work. So maybe let's try him narrower next time. When Salah plays well, typically Liverpool play well. So I don't see this whole thing of that this was the missing piece that we needed. All you got to do is drop Salah and Liverpool win football matches. That's not true. We dropped them for Galatasaray and didn't win that one and look shit. It's much deeper than is my right winger playing well. Do you want me to say something? I don't think Szoboszlai was that good on the ball yesterday. Don't think he got involved necessarily. I think he was put on the right to do a job because they have a left back in Diouf, who's a very good crosser. So Szoboszlai was there on the right to help out Joe Gomez because it's his first game, it's his first start in 11 months, and to double up on that left back to stop him from crossing the ball in. Salah wouldn't do that. That's fine to say. Me saying that Salah's a shit defender is not me having a go at him. But he's 34 now. He's not gonna be the Salah of 2018 that was running back to help out when teams were on the counter attack, stuff like that. That's not him at this point. And I understand that. There will be games where we probably need to do Szoboszlai again on the right because of what he provides defensively. Salah shouldn't be a guaranteed starter anymore. I think that's fair to say. But at the end of the day,
many of those players should be guaranteed starters. To be fair,
but at the end of the day, with Salah, he's not the problem. When people look at the problem at Liverpool and now decides to do results-based analysis, where Liverpool win and Salah doesn't play, therefore Salah problem. Not how it works. It's not how it works at all. So I just don't see why we always get to this point with him. I genuinely don't see why we always get to this point with him where if he doesn't play because he needs to be rested because he's played the last fucking 8 games, and last season all we were going on about was we need to rest Salah at some point. He can't keep going. He can't keep going. He can't keep going. So now we have the squad to rest him. People go, oh, you're not resting him. You're dropping him because he's shit. It's I can't understand it, man.
I think we'll see more about Slot's plan in the next game, because if Salah comes back in for the Sunderland game, then you're sitting there just going, okay, he was rotated.
He was just rested, yeah, kind of thing.
Because everyone said that about the Frankfurt game, and then he was straight back into the team at the weekend.
The next weekend, yeah.
I mean, the Frankfurt game, I do wonder if Isak hadn't got injured, but he would have been back in the team. That's the one which I look at and go, maybe that's the situation where he would have changed it. But for me, I look at this setup. The only thing I think I've learned from this setup is we kind of can't play both Gakpo and Salah at the same time. Because if we do, then the wing backs go narrow. And if the wing backs go narrow, we turn to shit. Keep the wing backs wider.
Let me ask you a question here, guys. How about if Gomez and Salah play on the right?
That works. Salah goes to the side, Gomez overlaps. That works.
Because we haven't seen.
I'd also say Salah. Sorry, Fozi.
That's all right. Go on.
No, you go, bro. You go, bro.
I'm just asking you guys the question. I haven't seen that for a while. They played together before on the right side. Maybe he will get more protection from Gomez playing as a right back. Maybe they will have that chemistry. I mean, look at Gomez yesterday. Like he wasn't good at defending. He was going forward as well. He set up the goals, didn't he? Really?
What was Salah's? If I was to ask you what Salah's best performance this season was, 99% of people will say Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, yeah.
That was when he played with an overlapping fullback and he got to sit narrow.
Yeah.
I don't get why, as he's gotten older, we've moved him further away from the fucking goal.
Yeah,
further away from where the chances are.
Just on that though, as well, though, Tom. Frimpong, Conor Bradley, Joe Gomez, Szoboszlai, and Jones. He's played with 5 different right backs this season.
There you go.
Like, you can't really build up chemistry when you're playing with a different right back every single game.
You've been playing, what was it, last 8 years, is it? Him and Trent played together?
Yeah. Like so, again, not making excuses when he has a bad touch and when he makes the wrong decision for the goal. That's not the right back's fault. But in terms of overall gameplays, it's understandable why he's not going to be as effective. One, he's being asked to play as Iron Robin used to play, with chalk on his boots and then cut inside, which isn't his game anymore. And 2, he's not got a natural partner on that right hand side that he can relate to on a regular basis, whereas Gakpo knows it's either going to be Robertson or Kirkes. Salah doesn't know who he's playing right back on Sunderland, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're a bit harsh on Salah, to be fair.
I don't think we're harsh criticizing his performances this season.
It's not just the performances of him, though. It's the whole team. You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's not just one guy playing one side. Like if the whole team that have got no chemistry, you just can't blame one person. It's only one person that did that, and that's the head coach. If the head coach picked the right team from the beginning and limited those chances against us that were conceded, maybe these players' performances would have been different. You know what I mean? But he never gave us that chance on his slot. But now, like, he's showing something different, which is a solid right back. Now, if you look at when opponents have the ball at the back and they launch it towards the wings, they don't have success because they've got a right back there that's winning every battle when it's coming towards him. Long ball, short ball, one-on-one, everything else. So
that's going to be a separate problem, though, isn't it? We're going to have a separate problem with that because Joe Gomez can't play 3 games a week.
Well, listen, we've got 1 month until the transfer reopens. They've got to sort something out because we need some.
They're not going to buy another right back. They've got 2 right backs already.
We're being linked with one at the moment, which I found weird.
Go on.
Who?
Gavario Reed. Been heavily linked with him recently.
I thought he was gone City. I thought they were paying him.
We were linked with him. I find it weird, but yeah.
I mean, if you go,
Fozi, what do you make of this Mo Salah conversation? I'll speak my opinion last on this.
Listen, I don't blame just him. Like I said when I was speaking, I think there's more issues than just Salah being on the right wing. I think it's a bit harsh. We're all targeting him considering what he did last season, if you know what I mean. And not having a chemistry with the right back is a big issue. I mean, when you're playing midfielders as a right back and then you're changing it to normal right back, and then it's confusing everything. It's confusing the players on the pitch, and this is why we are where we are. And If you're just blaming Salah for the issues that we have, it's completely wrong. It's the team as a whole. I kept on telling people, like, it's a systematic issue. It ain't individual player issue. If we had a formation that we went with from the beginning of the season, which is, slowly getting these new players into the team and playing with the core team that won the Premier League in the beginning of the season, maybe we won't have these issues. But, it is what it is, because all we do is just blame individual players and, forget the bigger, picture of this, which is the head coach wanted to get rid of, the Jurgen Klopp kind of way of playing and try to implement his ideas, was backfired dramatically. And, which we are where we are with the mess that we're facing at the moment. But Salah, just blaming Salah and saying because we won the game yesterday because Salah wasn't on the pitch, is completely wrong. I think even if Salah was on the pitch, we would have won yesterday, because the players had to change. You know what I mean? Because you're losing games continuously, non-stop. So it has to stop at some stage. And I'm glad it happened yesterday, but I'm not just going to blame Salah for issues. There's more. There's a bigger picture here than just Salah, in my opinion.
I haven't even spoken yet on this topic.
Yeah, I'm intrigued now. I want to get the popcorn ready for this one.
I'm defending this guy all the time and blah, blah, blah. All three of you already agree with my logic on this debate. I think it's very basic bitch analysis to just say like, oh, Salah didn't start and we won the game. Oh my God, pretends to be shocked when we changed so much. Like, first of all, Karkas didn't invert as much. Second of all, we played Gomez right back. Credit to Callum for calling that correctly. He should have probably played right back from a long time ago, but we played Gomez right back, which gave us that defensive solidity. Third of all, Tom just spoke on it. Szoboszlai was probably our worst player on the pitch in terms of like on the ball stuff. He just wasn't good on the ball, in my opinion. And the other thing is, we did so much things that has nothing to do with Mo at all. Like, the team off the ball was very solid defensively. The team ran more. The team tracked back more. The team did so much stuff that literally has nothing to do with him. And the reason why I'm saying it's basic bitch analysis is the game that Callum mentioned, Atletico Madrid. He played against Atletico Madrid and he was probably our best player on the whole pitch, with Isak and with Wirtz and even with Gakpo on the football pitch. I think we're just asking players to do stuff that they're not comfortable with, and this applies to everyone. People think I'm just defending Mo. I'm not. I'm defending a whole team. I've defended Konate this way. I've defended every single player this way. Defended McAllister this way. Same thing. Because I just think systematically we're asking them to do stuff that they're just not good at. And now we ask them to do stuff that they're good at, and everyone looks so much better. And, I'm glad Callum mentioned it with the Frimpong situation, or the Frimpong conversation. Like, Frimpong overlapping actually brought out the best performances out of Mo as well, because I think he needs that.
That wasn't me, that was Tom.
He is okay. So there's no need to interrupt me.
Right. So when it comes to going,
just point out it was Tom and not you. No. I'm giving you credit, even if it's by mistake. Let it go.
It's not my credit to take, though. It's Tom made that. So I'm just.
He's too honest.
Big up to Fozi, who mentioned Frimpong playing right back.
It's Sam to give me credit, to give me praise. You can't do that.
Anyway, we need someone with legs around him. I think that's important, or someone who's defensively solid, like a Joe Gomez, because Joe Gomez dealt with all the attacks down that side. So for me, I think if we played with Mo yesterday, we would have won that game by an even bigger scoreline, in my opinion. Like, I legitimately believe that. So for me, it's just the fact that it's not a matter of he got dropped and we won. That's just not how football works. Like, it's so much more than that we did on the football pitch. And it's credit to Arne, and it's credit to the team, and it's credit to the players that were on the pitch. Like, Konate defending better got nothing to do with Mo. Van Dijk defending better got nothing to do with Mo. Our setup defensively got nothing to do with Mo. So that's my thing. So for me, I just think people have been waiting to crash out on Mo. And this game has given them the reason to do that. But this is what we're here to combat. We're here to combat the narratives, and we're here to speak about the real football conversations, have actual debates about this football club, have objective conversations, because it's not just about him. As an example, if you want to use standards as the reason, like, oh my God, the reason why I criticize Mo is because he set the standard, and like, okay, if we want to say that, then Van Dijk is washed. Then Van Dijk should be sold, because Van Dijk has been objectively worse than Mo the last 3 games before that, because he had 10 goals. and he was literally responsible for about 3 or 4 of them out of 10. So if you want to use that logic, Van Dijk was 1 vote away from beating Messi to a Ballon d'Or. So if that's his standard, then he looks like Titus Bramble right now. So where do you go from here? Exactly. So yeah, I just don't think it's about dropping one guy. I think it's more about the way that we implemented the team and the system. Like I think against Sunderland, if we go with Mo, Isak, and Wirtz, I think we will cook as well. But we just have to build around that in a way that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know, we have to build around that in a way that makes sense, and that's what we can win games of football. Then you got idiots like this. Oh, Van Dijk has been better than Mo this season. Stop this agenda. We've conceded 20 goals in 13 games. We've conceded 30 goals in all comps.
That's
Van
not
Dijk
all
has
on
been
Virgil.
better
Though. You can't put
Van
that
Dijk
all
has
down
I
been
on
never
better
said
Virgil.
it's all on Virgil.
So you can't.
I
use
never
that,
said it's all on Virgil. I never
but you
said
can't
it
use that
was.
statistic then to build back up your point. Virgil has been better.
I never said it's all on Virgil. I'm simply pointing out
So
the
do you
fact.
think
Who do you think's been better this season then? Van Dijk
Salah
or
or
Salah?
Virgil?
Salah.
Never.
I think this is the
No
worst
chance.
I've seen Van Dijk in my life.
Never.
It's not the way. It's not the worst I've seen Van Dijk either.
Van
had a
Dijk
worse
has
season.
literally cost us games with his defending and with his decision.
And Mo's cost us goals through his bad decision making.
Name the goals.
Against Eintracht Frankfurt, could have put the ball across the Wirtz.
Okay, now you're just being shameless because
I'm
every
not being-
forward
You
in
literally asked me
history
for
of
an example. I
football,
gave you an example.
okay, I'll rebuttal it easily. Every forward in history of football is taking that shot right.
Okay, the chance against Chelsea.
That's not. Also, how did it cost us when we were
the chance
4-0
against
up?
Chelsea, he got completely wrong.
How did it cost us
In
when
the
we were
Arsenal
4-0?
game, Wirtz put on a plate from a few times. He had a heavy
That
touch.
chance
He didn't
against
get the
Chelsea,
shot.
once again, you're talking about chances. I'm talking about goals. Van Dijk against Chelsea didn't close down Caicedo.
can't we
That's
just
not-
say they've
oh,
both
come
been
on,
as bad as
there's
each
no way
other?
we're blaming Virgil for that goal. Surely not.
In your opinion, you're not blaming him. I'm blaming him for
No,
not
because
closing
we
down
didn't
Caicedo.
blame you at the time as well. I remember when we did the video.
No,
None of us
actually, I didn't
blamed
blame
him.
him. I said Van Dijk should be closing down Caicedo. So I
Virgil-
said there are 3 moments in that goal.
Sam Virgil been better
Callum,
than
you're
Salah this
getting
season.
mad for no reason.
I'm not getting mad, bro.
There are
Virgil
3
been better.
moments in that goal. I said it's Slot's fault, number 1, because Gravenberch is pressing Enzo needlessly there. I said McAllister gets done way too easily by Caicedo. And then I said Van Dijk should be closing Caicedo down. You're mentioning moments where Salah should have passed.
I'm
or
not.
Salah
You
should
just
have
asked me for
scored.
an example. I gave an example.
But you're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. I know that.
because you said that I'm just using examples. You asked for an example, so I gave you an example.
No. You said he cost us goals. You're talking about chances where he should have done better, which I could label at the whole team.
That's costing a goal.
Yeah, that's
Okay. I'm saying
by
from a
definition
defensive
costing a goal.
I'm saying from a defensive perspective, this season Liverpool Football Club has conceded 20 Premier League goals in 13 games. We have conceded like 10, 13 more in all competitions. Factually, this season we have been way worse defensively than offensively. And the second thing is, I can name multiple moments this season where Virgil van Dijk has been horrendous. That's it.
And I can name multiple moments this season where Salah's been horrendous.
And I never denied that. But guess the difference between me and everyone else. I don't think it's an individual's fault. I think it's more systematic than anything else, which is why I turned on the manager. Because the same guy that's defending Mo is the same guy that defended Konate, is the same guy that defended Virgil, is the same guy that defended McAllister and Gravenberch. I've defended every single moment. I've pointed out, actually, I've defended every single player in this whole team. I'm probably the one guy in this. And I will say this, to be honest with you. I'm the one guy from game week 1 until today, the Liverpool content creator that has defended every single player. Because I've believed it's systematic from Crystal Palace game, which was our first loss.
Yeah.
I didn't say a single bad word about, like, obviously in game and stuff, you're mad at certain players for doing things, but I don't think it's an individual's fault at all. I think it's 80% Slot, 20% players are form. Because if you use the example of Mo, then you've got to explain the Atletico game, you've got to explain the Everton game, you've got to explain Bournemouth, you've got to explain the wins too. You can't just use the losses because your controlled experiment is failing.
But I can do that with Van Dijk.
By the way, once again, controlled experiment. Salah was dropped against Galatasaray, we lost. Explain it to me. If he's the problem.
Salah was dropped against Frankfurt and we won. Salah was dropped against West Ham. We won.
You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You actually agree with me, but you don't understand my point. You agree with me. You don't get it.
No,
I'm saying,
but I disagree.
People who are claiming that Mo is the problem, which none of us agree with. We have all agreed Mo isn't the problem. Okay, we all agree on this. So I'm pointing out the people that are claiming that Mo is the problem. He didn't start against Galatasaray. We lost. Therefore, their controlled experiment of every time Mo doesn't play, we win is false because we lost against Galatasaray. That's the example that I'm saying, Tom. I don't think he is the problem. I don't think he is part of the problem. I don't think he is a problem. I think the problem has been the way that we set up, both defensively, off the ball, on the ball, offensively, in all different sort of aspects of football. The way that we set up has allowed none of the players to shine. Alexander Isak, we were all erect when we signed him in the summer.
Okay.
We were all very happy when we signed Wirtz. This guy came out with a red robe and no underwear. Wirtz, 13 games into the Premier League season, has 0 goals, 0 assists. He just had his first good game where everyone's like, oh, wow, Wirtz has been amazing. Alexander Isak just scored his first Premier League goal. Ekitike is on no goals in 9 games. So I don't think it's any individual's fault. I just think it's the system. I just think it's the style, you know? And by the way, every time the style and the system looks good, all the players look good. And this is the final point I'll say on it. And this comes back to my initial points which I made 100 times. I don't feel the same way that Man United fans felt about their team 2 years ago. You guys remember, we all watched United content creators 2-3 years ago who hated every single one of their players and wanted all of them sold and couldn't stand them. I don't hate a single Liverpool player. I like every single one of them. I think on paper, this team is good enough to win the league and win the Champions League and win every single competition. I do not hate a single Liverpool player. I like them all. Every single one. McAllister, Robertson, whoever. Like, I don't have a problem with a single Liverpool player in this whole team. I like them all. I just think they're all being asked to do stuff that they're not comfortable with. And that's why a lot of them look like ass this season.
That's brilliant, Sam. That's brilliant. That still doesn't make Salah better than Van Dijk this season because he's objectively not been.
I was going to say, Sam, everything you said there, I don't disagree with. In fact, I agree with it. But it's just it was the Virgil Salah thing that we disagreed on.
Yeah, but we're nitpicking. We're nitpicking which things work.
No, it's not nitpicking, Hassam. You said that Virgil's been worse than Salah this season.
Who's been our worst player this whole season?
Our worst player this season, I think, McAllister.
McAllister or Konate, you can go one of the two.
Okay, who's been our second worst player?
I think Konate.
Then it's Konate. McAllister and Konate are 1A and 1B and worst player.
Okay, who's been our third worst player this season?
Our third worst player?
Possibly Salah, probably. Kerkez or Salah.
Kerkez,
so you think Salah's been worse than Kerkez, Callum?
No, Kerkez.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Why?
Yes.
Why? Tell me.
Because I think Salah's had more opportunities than Kerkez for a start. And Salah fundamentally is already settled into the team, into the squad, and hasn't been performing. It's a toss-up between him and Gakpo, to be fair. Him or Gakpo, either one.
So you think Salah and Gakpo has been worse than Kerkez this season?
I personally do, yeah.
Okay.
Are you giving like Kerkez a buy because he's a new player, Carl?
I'm giving him a little bit more grace.
Disagree. Yeah. But fair enough. If that's your logic, okay, no problem.
And not just that, I think Kerkez has been dealt a really harsh blow in terms of how he's been utilised in the team, and the fact that Virgil plays next to him, and Virgil has effectively been bullying Kerkez because Virgil kicked the ball in Kerkez's face and then blamed him for having the ball kicked in his face. So, like, there's been a few times where Kerkez has been done dirty this season. So I can go back to I'll simply just point out I can go back to our wins this season. Bournemouth, Salah is the one that puts the cross in for the Chiesa goal and he scores the 4th goal when it was 2-2. Newcastle, he was the one that plays that pass to Rigo Mo at the end. Burnley, he scores a clutch penalty. Everton, he gets the assist for Gravenberg.
He was poor in every one of those games. 5 minutes. He was poor in every one of those games.
It doesn't mean the performances were good though, Hassam.
I mean, okay, but
wait. I think
goals were good and you refuse to blame Virgil, but you want to scapegoat Konate.
No, hold on, Hassam. At the beginning of this, wait, sorry guys.
Tell me why. Give me a reason why.
At the beginning of this show, you said Gakpo was poor, but he got 2 GA. That's one of the poorest performances I've seen.
100%. I'm simply pointing out the fact. I'm just
So that's what I'm
pointing out
saying. Just because he got GA in the Bournemouth game, the cross came, but there were other sequences that happened after that.
He didn't get the assist.
He didn't get an assist.
I know he didn't get the assist, Tom. I said he's the one that played the cross. He could have gotten the assist if your boy Curtis could have tapped it in. But regardless of that point,
But he still didn't get the assist. And the goal he took was brilliant, but the performance was poor.
I have no problem with that. I think you guys are consistently missing my point. I don't think a single Liverpool player has been good this season other than Dominic Szoboszlai. I just think that you guys are just basically going with your favorites ahead of everyone else. So let me ask you a question.
Salah
I'm going to
is
ask
one of my favorites. What are we
Okay,
doing
I'll ask
here?
you a question then. Prove me wrong. Give me a reason why Gravenberch has been better than McAllister this season. Forget Salah. Tell me
Because
why.
he has. McAllister's been awful.
Explain it to me. Explain to me. Imagine
McAllister-
I'm dumb. I don't know
All right.
football. Explain
All
it.
right, McAllister hasn't been tracking runs. His passing's been very inconsistent. His tackling's been awful. He hasn't been knitting play together. His shooting's been terrible. His decision making's been bad, and he didn't look fit at the beginning of the season. Gravenberch is putting some very good performances. Inconsistent, yes.
Name
but his
them.
Name Gravenberch's good performance.
Yeah, name Gravenberch good performance this year.
Newcastle.
Newcastle, Everton.
Atletico Madrid.
I thought he was good against Atletico Madrid. Aston Villa at home, he was good.
Yeah, like what are we doing here?
What else?
McAllister's
Name
had
McAllister good performances.
What
Aston Villa, Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, that's it, isn't it?
Real
West
Madrid.
Ham.
You
Thank
actually
you.
got more, Tom.
Thank
Like,
you.
I gave him Villa and West Ham. I thought he was good against West Ham, and I thought he was good against Villa. That I can't give him any.
He was
I
credit.
thought
very
he was
good
okay
against
in those games.
He's very
Real
good
Madrid,
against
Real Madrid, he was excellent.
he was brilliant.
Not
Scored a goal. as
Real
well.
Madrid. He was excellent. I think he was very good against Aston Villa. I think he was very good against West Ham. That's my point. Like, people like Gravenberch more than they like McAllister. So we point.
What?
Callum, can I please speak? Can I
Allow
speak?
it,
Because we have an
Hassan. No,
appointment in
you're
6
getting it
minutes. So
wrong,
just
bro.
let me land and then
I just want to know how Gravenberch versus McAllister makes Salah better than Van Dijk this season.
No, forget that.
I don't get why
McAllister-
we keep leaving the crux
McAllister's
of
one
the
of most
argument.
loved players in the squad.
I think the only good player in this whole Liverpool team this season has been Dominic Szoboszlai.
And no
Other-
one disagrees. No one
But
disagrees.
if you see the problem with Callum and Tom chat, you're noticing. You notice, chat.
No,
Every
'cause
time I
what
say a word,
fucking
they
rele-
jump.
No,
What
because
relevance
Every time I
does
say a
that
word, they
have?
jump. Was he
Hassan,
getting
what relevance
because
does that
he's
have?
listening to understand my point.
Hassan,
The
you're showing
only
your
good
favourite
player
player.
in the Liverpool team this whole season has been
Hassan,
Dominic
you're showing you-
Szoboszlai. And if the season ended tomorrow, he should get Liverpool player of the season.
Yeah,
The
no,
rest
what
of the
relevance
team.
does that
I
have?
agree.
Can I speak?
Hassan, but
The
you're
rest
showing your,
of the
you're
team,
showing your
all 10
favoritism.
of them, all 10 of the rest of the team have been below average.
They're
with
all
below
equal. I
average
don't understand why
performances
we're putting them in the
and-
different
and good
places.
per-
I mean, it's weird. Like, I think the whole
Okay.
Salah
Let me-
and Van Dijk has been equally as bad this season. I don't
They
understand
haven't been
why we're
equally
putting
as
them
bad.
in
They
this.
have not been equally as bad.
Hassan,
They
I'll
have,
be real.
oh,
They
bro.
haven't.
Hassan, you're showing.
They're
You're
not
showing
letting me
your
land
favoritism.
because it knows it destroys their point. That's why they're
No,
not
it
letting me
doesn't.
land.
No, you're
No,
showing your
okay, let me
favoritism.
land then. Prove me wrong. Let me land.
Because you're showing your favoritism right now.
No, I'm
You're
not showing my
your-
favoritism at
you
all,
are.
actually. I said all 10 players have been shit. That's not favoritism.
No, but you
It's
still also
irrelevant, though.
categorize
irrelevant.
them.
See?
It's
That's why they're
definitely
not
not.
letting me land. They
But
know
we're
it destroys their
we
logic.
are talking about Van Dijk versus Salah, and you keep going back to Dominic Szoboszlai has been our best player. I
Because
don't
you
disagree.
fail- okay, because you failed to miss the point. If you just let me speak for 30
I
seconds
don't-
uninterrupted, you and your partner in crime, you would understand my point. But you have interrupted me
Go on,
consistently since
on.
the beginning of the
Go
argument.
on, no, go on.
I'll
Go
say
on.
it again. The only good player in the Liverpool team this season has been Dominic Szoboszlai. The other 10 players, including the new signings, including the players we like an Ekitike or a Virgil or a Gravenberch, whoever you want to say, has had really bad performances, good performances, okay performances. And they've had performances where they were very good. Like you pointed out, McAllister against Real Madrid as an example. I can point out Salah against whoever. Like, let's just not do semantics. My point is, I can point out really good games for players. I can point out horrendous games for players, including Mo and including Virgil and including Mac, Gravenberch, every single one of them. I'm looking at this team right now, and I don't think a single individual in the whole team, in the whole 25-man squad, is an issue. I think the biggest issue has been Baldy with the way that he's set up the team, and he's asking players to do stuff that he's uncomfortable with. You came here Tom, after the Manchester City game, and you said Mo was our only outlet. The issue with that game is Slot is asking Mo to be Bradley Barcola or Kvaratskhelia or Maradona and dribble past 4 people, which it's not his game. Callum mentioned it as well when he was speaking. So if I'm asking the players, not just Mo, if I'm asking the players generally to do stuff that they're not comfortable with and they don't look good on the football pitch, it's not on the individual, it's on the manager. That's why I don't think Mo has been worse than Van Dijk. I agree with Fozi. I think they've both been equally as bad. We are nitpicking which shit stinks more. That's my opinion. That's it.
Are we allowed to rebuttal or are we not?
Yeah. Go ahead, Callum.
Okay.
I by the way, I never interrupted you once. You're the ones that's jumping at me for no
You
reason.
have interrupted me, but it's cool. I'm not precious about it. What I will say is, firstly, you're not wrong in terms of the majority of the team have been bad. And if the season ended tomorrow, Szoboszlai is head and shoulders above the others in terms of performances. I also think Chiesa's been good for the minutes that he's played. I think Ekitike on the whole this season has been good for the minutes he's played as well, and Alisson before his injury. And I'll actually go as far as saying I think Mamardashvili has been pretty decent as well. So I don't think we can lump and say every single player has been bad. Ultimately, yes, it all lands at the manager's feet, and I think we've all agreed on that. I think I've said it ad nauseum now that there has to be a little bit of grace with some of these players. But the notion that Salah hasn't been worse than a Van Dijk, when for me, Virgil van Dijk in the first maybe 7-8 games of the season was pretty much him and Szoboszlai were neck and neck for our best player. I think it's crazy when Salah, in my opinion, has had 3 very good games this season, and the rest have been either poor to awful. I think that has to be looked at when one player's outrank the other player for better performances across the season so far. Now, granted, Virgil in the last month has been really, really bad. But before that, we were sitting there. There was a reason why we were still sitting there going, yeah, Virgil's still the best centre-back. There was a reason we were sitting there arguing with Arsenal fans saying, yeah, no, Gabriel started the season well and scored some goals, but he's still no Virgil van Dijk. We ain't said that about Salah this season because we haven't had any leg to stand on in that argument when other teams come to our team with their players and go, yeah, this player starts right wing, that player starts. We can't sit there and go, boy, Salah has not really done much this season. In regards to the McAllister and Gravenberch thing, I'm going to be real. From what I see, as much as the fan base have fallen in love with Gravenberch over the last season, McAllister is the one that's really heralded as our all-conquering, our lover boy midfielder. Like, he's, up until this season, everyone called him our best midfielder, our most important midfielder. Like, and he's been criticised this season rightly, but McAllister, in my opinion, is our favourite in terms of a fan base. In terms of the rest of the team, yeah, we can speak about that ad nauseum and go, but we all know that falls at the manager's feet. But this notion that Salah hasn't deserved to be dropped or he's been overly criticised this season.
I haven't interrupted you once. Don't change my words. I never said he shouldn't be dropped.
Did I say you said that?
No, but you're arguing with me. I don't care what others said.
No, I'm arguing some of your points. But
you said you wanted to rebuttal me. Everything you've said is a rebuttal, except this. I never said he shouldn't be dropped.
But if you'd let me land, then I could have understood.
In previews, I actually put Chiesa as my right winger. So
no, I never said you haven't. But I'm saying if that's the case, then why haven't you mentioned Chiesa as being one of the better players?
Okay, I'll ask you a simple question: does Van Dijk deserve to get dropped?
Yes, I've said this.
Okay, great. Then we agree.
So is Konate, so is Salah, so is Gakpo.
Yeah, I know. I actually had this whole debate on the Friday panel show. I said if I want to go based on who deserves to start, I'll start Szoboszlai and 10 youth players with him.
Yeah, cool. Alisson as well. Alisson hasn't done anything wrong this season, in my opinion.
Big up to my guy who says it's 100% a religious bias. When Alexis McAllister shouted in Onana's face, he shouted Allahu Akbar to Onana's face. That's what he shouted. So I'm defending McAllister. You know, McAllister is a Muslim. You know, he was doing shahada to Onana's face. Suck my dick. No.
Pause.
Go ahead, Callum, carry on.
Yeah, no, the religious thing can't be used for me. I'm Christian and Salah's Muslim, so yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, if I'm going to be honest with you, Sam, I do think you're biased.
McAllister and he's fucking Argentinian, and
that I'll be real, though. I'll be real. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, Sam, I do think you are biased towards Salah and McAllister. I'm not saying you do it in a malicious way, though. People would probably accuse me of being biased towards certain players.
Callum, I like all the players, bro.
I never said you didn't, but I think
no. But here's my thing: I like every single player.
But Salah and
I am
McAllister,
biased towards them all.
Who are your
I
two
just,
favorite
you want to
players?
know something? Can I take it to the next level?
All right,
I
just
think
ask
if
me one
Slot
question.
just fixes the way that we play,
Who are your two
all of them
favorite
will
players?
look good, including the ones that everyone dislikes, like a Konate.
Who are your two favorite players, Hassan?
My two favorite players, what? Like at Liverpool?
Yeah, currently.
My two favorite players are Salah and Virgil.
Okay, fair enough.
And
who-
Alisson as well. I love Alisson.
where would you rank McAllister in that list?
And McAllister probably fourth or fifth.
Yeah, so I think there is a bias towards those two players, in my opinion. Again, not from a malicious standpoint, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I think there is. People
I've just
accuse
drawn
me-
up a
people
list.
accuse me of hating Gakpo. People accuse me of hating Gakpo.
No, but I
so
don't
this
even-
season,
I don't
this
even,
season,
even like people go like, I don't think Salah and Gakpo can start in the same team. I think they can. And
They
they
can
did
with
it
the right
against
tactics.
Did it
Atletico.
before?
Yeah,
And
with the
they
right
looked
tactics.
good. I just want us to run that fucking team back. Even if you start Connor Bradley, can we ask Connor Bradley to fucking overlap instead of underlap the whole game?
Yeah.
Against
Yeah.
PSV Eindhoven, Kerkez was closer to goal than Gakpo. That's not us putting the team in a position to succeed. You want to know what happens when Gakpo is wider than Kerkez? Gakpo fails and Kerkez fails. So that's why it's on Baldy.
Yeah.
Oh,
100%.
okay, so but again, what relevance does Kerkez and Gakpo have on whether Van Dijk has been objectively better than Salah this season or Salah's been objectively better than Van Dijk? This is the point I'm trying to get to. So what I've
Big
done,
up to
I
Salah.
went through our games this
Big
season.
up, brothers. Sorry.
Big up, Scal.
Big up, boys. Big up, Fozi.
Big
Big
up.
up,
Sorry, just before you go, what's this about? Maka, Cody in, Mo out, Slot listens to Kopish,
Maka, Cody.
Esmed Kop. What does this mean? I'm sorry, I just don't know what this means.
No,
What have you guys been saying on Kopish?
I'm trying to remember because me and Drift did the preview on when for the West Ham game. When did we do it? We did that Saturday night. I'm gonna be real. I'm trying to remember the team that we said.
Social media, he says. Kopish. Slot listens to social media, Kopish.
Oh, I don't know then.
Okay, fair enough, Callum.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sharif. I just don't understand what you meant there. Big up, Callum.
Big up,
Appreciate
brothers.
you, bro.
Much love, yeah.
Big up, Scal.
Big up.
Thank you,
See you. Big up.
So I've just went through all the games that both of them played. I'm not doing ones where Van Dijk played and Salah didn't, because I don't think that's fair for this comparison.
Mhm.
So I've got listed all the games that both of them started this season.
Okay.
There is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just
5,
fix
6,
the way
7,
that
8,
you're
9,
sitting
10,
so we
11,
can see you,
12,
Tom.
13, 15. There's 15 games in this list. 15.
Okay, we can go through it right now.
I have personally done 9 games, which I think are no debate who was the better player out of them.
Okay,
So-
we can go through it. Tell us the
So-
game by game.
So Bournemouth at home. Who do you think was better in that game?
Salah. We
Fozzie,
conceded 2 goals.
you can come in as well, Fozzie.
Salah, yeah, Salah on that game.
Okay. So that would be. Let's be fair and put Salah on that one. Newcastle, who was the better player?
I think they were equal in that game.
Uh,
Van
Virgil,
Dijk broke records that day
Virgil, I
for
said.
clearances and stuff. Van Dijk was great that day. Arsenal, who was the better player?
Arsenal, Van Dijk.
Virgil,
Van
because
Dijk.
they kept a clean sheet as well, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, Van Dijk, Arsenal.
Burnley, who do we think was the better player?
By definition, Salah, because Van Dijk didn't have anything to do with it.
He had nothing
So
to do the whole
probably go
game.
Salah.
I mean, there was no attack in that game at
Yes,
all.
Salah played Frimpong through and he scored the clutch
Salah,
penalty.
yeah.
Virgil didn't have anything to do anyway that game. So.
There was, I think, it was 0 shots in it in the game.
Yeah,
So-
Burnley didn't even attack, so I go Salah in that game.
I think Burnley had 3 shots and none of them on target. So
Yeah, that's why Burnley.
For me, I put them on the same level because while Salah scored, I think Salah's overall game was a bit poor.
Yeah, but
Van
he
Dijk-
still scored the 97th minute penalty.
Yeah,
That's what just is him a
If,
bit about.
if Salah hadn't scored the penalty, it would have been Van Dijk for me. I have them as equal, but if you want to put
Yeah,
Salah
okay.
as
Yeah,
played
just a bit ahead, just because
that's
he scored the clutch pen. That's it.
fine. Atletico Madrid, Salah.
Mo.
Salah there,
Easy.
of course.
Mo, easy.
Everton, I put Van Dijk.
That's by Mo got
Didn't
got a goal and an assist in the
goal.
first half. We
Yeah.
didn't have won the game without him. I go Mo.
Mo didn't score against
He didn't
Everton.
score in that game. It was Hugo.
Yeah, but sorry, you got the assist for the Gravenberch goal, my bad. Got the assist for the Gravenberch goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still think across the 90 minutes, Van Dijk was better. I think Salah faded out the game very quickly.
Disagree completely.
But if
I
you want to
don't
go Salah, we'll go Salah. I
Yeah,
personally think that
Salah,
one
yeah.
was a Van Dijk game. Palace away. Van Dijk.
Oh my god, that was
We got
equal
battered
ass right
in the
there.
first, he should have scored 5 in the first half.
Yes, Yeah,
But
they backed
I'd
us in
probably
the- they backed
say
us in the first half, but it
if
wasn't.
you wanna
It
if you
wasn't
wanna
Van
do
Dijk's
that,
problem.
then we go Mo was worse. So, but like as an example,
I think that's equal that game.
me saying Van Dijk was better in this game. Like I think
No.
Virgil was a 4.
I think Van Dijk was better this game because the Palace weren't hating us through Van Dijk.
But you
They were hating
scapegoated
us through centre
Konate.
back partner.
I didn't. You scapegoated
Yeah,
Konate. I didn't.
I don't think the scapegoating to say that Crystal Palace targeted Konate because they did. Mateta had all his aerial duels contested against Konate.
Okay, regardless, you can go. Virgil was better in that game. I don't mind.
Chelsea away. I went Van Dijk again.
Salah should have scored actually in that game as well.
I think Salah had
You can
another
say
game
Van
where he
Dijk,
was
but he
a
should
goal.
have closed down the first goal.
Yeah, I'm not saying Van Dijk was great. I'm saying he was better. This is what we're doing. We're doing a who was better, not a who was good.
Go for
I
it.
agree.
Who was better?
Van Dijk, yeah.
Man United at home again. Van Dijk. Another one where Salah didn't get into the game as well.
Van Dijk was horrendous against Man United at home as well. He was really bad. Don't act like Van Dijk was good.
You could say he made the mistake for the first goal. And
I would put that minimum as equal because they were both very bad.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
were
gonna
both
go.
bad.
Anyone was.
If you want to go equal, we'll go equal.
Yeah, they were both bad. That one.
Brentford away, I went for equal.
Don't even
I think that
dare.
Salah did
Okay.
fuck
See,
all.
now this is
Salah
how I
did
know
fuck
he's just
all.
biased to win the argument. Van
That
Dijk
was one of the
literally
worst-
gave away a
one of his
penalty in
worst
that
games.
game.
That was one
It's a
of
He gave away a penalty.
It's a fucking bollocks pen. It's a bollocks pen.
That's not the point. He gave away a penalty. He wasn't good.
He was
Listen,
awful.
Van Dijk's biggest fan
he
will
was
tell
awful.
you
He
he
was
wasn't
awful.
good against Brentford, bro.
He
You
was
stop
awful.
this.
He was awful.
I
Salah
don't think
was
Salah
bad.
was good against Brentford. But we'll
Yeah,
go
but at
Salah.
least he scored. Van Dijk gave away a penalty. Salah scored.
We'll go
So
Salah.
Salah was
I
better.
don't think Salah was good.
Salah
but
was
that's
better
fine.
against Brentford.
He was better than
Eh,
Virgil though.
Yeah, he was better than Virgil.
Villa, I went Salah.
Salah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Madrid was Van Dijk.
And Salah.
I
yeah.
disagree completely. Salah was amazing against Real
Yeah, I thought
Madrid.
he was good.
He cooked the fuck out of Carrera.
Okay, fantastic. So I'll go the other way. We kept the clean sheet against Real Madrid.
Say both,
Sa-
man. Something
Yeah,
like
but we
that.
didn't
Salah-
keep a clean sheet against Palace, and you gave it to Virgil.
Yes, because Salah didn't do fuck all in that game, bar missed 2 clear-cut chances. If
But
Salah had created
the
chances,
best
then it would be
defender we
different.
had on the pitch against Madrid was Konate, actually,
Bradley, by the way.
and
Bradley
Bradley
was
as
the
well.
best
Yeah,
defender.
Konate was fantastic.
I think Van Dijk.
Salah cooked the shit out of Carreras that game.
I think I personally put Van Dijk ahead of Salah that game. I thought
You can
Salah
say
was game, I
equally
think
as
Van Dijk
good
was
if you would
better.
like, but I still think Mo was better.
I thought Mo was brilliant in that game, to be fair.
Yeah, Mo was brilliant in that game, even without GA.
City, I put Salah by virtue of
Worse.
Van Dijk made the mistake. No, Salah was better.
Yeah,
against
Salah
City.
was better. I agree. They were both ass.
That
but
defense was
Van Dijk
awful,
was
man.
worse, man, that game.
Forest, I put Van Dijk, and you're
Van
not
Dijk
going to
was
like that.
worse.
But Van Dijk wasn't worse. Salah again. Salah did nothing in the game.
3 goals conceded at home.
All the goals came down fucking Konate's side.
By the way, right here, Madrid fan. So you know we're not exaggerating. Literally a Madrid
That's
fan.
There you
fine.
go.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Forest, I don't think Van Dijk was.
I don't think either of
I
them.
think Forest. Neither
came
of them
out
were
with a
good.
We
Neither of them were
lost
good.
3-0 at home. And
I know
really
we
well.
lost. I know we lost 3-0. But if we miss 5 clear-cut chances, but Gakpo misses them all, I'm not going at Salah for that.
Tom, I just don't get like when we're conceding a lot of goals, you're still saying the defender is good. You know what
Yeah,
I
you're
mean?
still saying the
The
right
thing
thing.
is-
I'm not
No,
saying the
one second,
defender's
Tom,
good.
Tom, one second. The reason I say that, yeah, okay, Van Dijk played whatever it is, but he's still the leader of the team. He's still got to do something. You know what I mean? He needs to lead that back line somewhere somehow, my brother. And he doesn't do that. You don't concede 3 goals if you're leading the team properly, are you? Like,
I'm
you know what
so-
I mean?
I'm so-
we can't just blame. We can't just blame Konate for everything. Him as the
Yeah,
leader-
thank you.
him as
Fozi,
a
you want to
leader
know
has
where
to
this
win.
stems from? This isn't even a Salah Van Dijk debate to Tom. Let me tell you something. Tom actually loves Mo, and me and Tom were on the front lines with each
I
other
know, I
debating
stopped watching shows.
debating Mo and Mane, and he was on my side every single time.
Yeah.
This stems from Tom blaming Konate the whole season.
It's not me blaming Konate the whole season. Because you know what? The second goal against Forest, it isn't even Konate's fault. It's fucking McAllister's fault. Because he shakes a tackle in his own box. But again, how can I blame Van Dijk when other people are shaking tackles and go, oh, that's Van Dijk's fault. That
Okay,
Your fault."
okay, then we can go
100%.
equally as bad because we conceded
Yeah.
3 goals at home. Equally as bad.
Yeah, 100%, man.
And then PSV, I give.
PSV by
I don't wanna
far.
give anyone. Salah
Van
gets
Dijk.
it by virtue of he didn't play.
By
volleyball.
virtue of Van Dijk
But
having
Salah quite literally did fuck all in that game apart from
I
lose his
agree.
man for the
He
second
did
goal.
fuck all, but
He did
Van Dijk
nothing.
literally started playing volleyball in the 3rd minute. Like you said, don't
He
blame
gave
everyone
up.
else.
He gave up. Van Dijk gave up in the first minute of that game.
Yeah.
Put Van Dijk.
So now, what's the result of the vote?
1, 2, 3, 4. So Salah's got 1, 2, 3. 4,
You want to know,
5,
Fozi,
6,
the point of this
8,
vote?
9,
It's going to be very close, regardless whoever wins, but it proves the point.
10,
My
12,
point initially, which is
14,
I
15.
don't think that Van Dijk and Salah can be separated. They've both been shit, but
Shit.
you can make the
Equal.
argument that Van Dijk has been worse. Based off, you go game by game.
So based on how you voted for it, because I've put your vote separate to mine. I had it down as 10-5 Van Dijk. This has it down as 9-6 Salah for you.
And Fozi as well. Same thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
on the collective one,
Fozi's
it's
on
9-6 Salah.
9-6.
For me, I had it 10-5 Van
So
Dijk.
that's my thing. That's my thing. So
I just don't see. If you're asking me this season,
Mhm.
who do I think has been better? I'm gonna go Van Dijk because I think Van Dijk at the start of the season was consistently better, and in the recent run, Salah hasn't exactly. It's not like when we've been losing the games; it's been in spite of
Tom,
Salah
do
dragging us
you
through.
know why I say Van Dijk is worse, bro? Like, I don't know if you look at it from a point of view of the leadership as well. You know what I mean? Because you know, as a captain, you got to lead by example, innit? Salah is not the captain of the team, so you need your captain to do more than what he's doing in that defense. Shout at people, pull people aside, win things. You know what I mean? And get out of your position sometimes and go and take someone out. You know what I mean? You got to do things like that because there's more than just defending with Van Dijk. He's the captain of the team, Tom, and he's got to do more, bro. In my opinion, I don't know if you disagree with that, but that's how I see. I don't know how you see football, but that's how I see football, bro.
That's fine. I don't think I can look at Van Dijk and go, oh, because Canate or because McAllister or because Gravenberch or because Bradley or because Kirkes has fucked up there. That's on you because you're the captain. They shouldn't be doing that. No. So for me, when I look at Van Dijk this season and I look at his bad games, I look at his bad games where he fucked up. Because for me to go, oh, you've got to lead more. I don't think Van Dijk has led any. I've seen the same Van Dijk. Bearing in mind, we are not on the pitch. We don't know what he's saying or anything. But from what I can see, from when I watch the games, he's the same against Atletico and he's the same against Villa as he is against Nottingham Forest and he's against West Ham. And he's
okay,
against
I
whoever.
hear you, Tom, but let me give you an example. Let me give you an example just based off what you said. The Brentford game is an example, right? And this is not just you. This is conversations in general in the football, in the Liverpool fan base. Foz will know exactly what I'm talking about. The game ends 3-2. We concede silly goals. We defend like shit all game, and then people come out and go like, "Oh, this is Mo's fault." You get it? Like, this is the thing that I just don't understand. Like, we have to sit, and the reason why I brought up Virgil, there's a reason why I brought up Virgil, because people's logic for Mo is the following: we're judging him based on his standard. We're judging him based on his level. That's why we criticize him as much. Okay, Virgil van Dijk's level is almost beating Messi to a Ballon d'Or. Virgil van Dijk's level is being compared to John Terry and Rio Ferdinand. So we cannot sit here and go like Van Dijk's standard is low. Like, I'm not comparing Virgil van Dijk to bums. Like, I'm not going like, oh, Virgil van Dijk and Ruben Diaz. That's not what I'm saying.
We're fair though, aren't we? We are fair because we're not talking about what fucking Saucy Sadio 11 on Twitter says.
No, but I'm not talking about you. No. I don't think you're fair because I used the Brentford example. There is no way you can objectively say Mo was worse than Virgil against Brentford.
So
no way.
I think Salah did fuck all in that game for 90.
But there's a difference between doing fuck all and costing a penalty, though.
But again, it comes down to how you view that situation. I think it's a bollocks penalty, so I don't look at Van Dijk and go, "That's shit from you." That I think in the same way that with the fucking what was it? The goal that he scored against City that was chalked off. I don't look at Robson and go, "Oh, you're a prick for that." I'm going, that's a VAR was fucked up. I think
your logic.
Bad refereeing decisions I don't hold against a player in the same breath.
I understand your logic.
So in the same breath as Sam, last season there was games last season where Mohamed Salah he'd fucking put 7 chances on a plate for people and they'd miss. And we go on shows afterwards and we go, "Oh, Salah was great." And then you get people going, "No, he wasn't. Where was his goal? Where was his assist?" So even when Salah doesn't get the numbers, I still appreciate what is a good performance from him.
No, no,
You know that.
I'm not.
You know
I'm
that.
not against you. I'm not against you in that logic at all. But my thing all season has been protecting these players and defending these players every single one of them, because I literally like every single one of the players. They're all league champions, and I just want Baldy to put us in a position to succeed. It's as simple as that. I don't think any of them are bad. I don't think any of them are washed. I don't think any of them are finished. I don't think any of them need to be sold. Kirk has included, people like Konate included, McAllister included. I like all of them. McAllister's performances against Aston Villa and Real Madrid show me that the guy is capable, the guy is really good, that the guy can put on performances. I just want us to put the players in a position to succeed, even if that means going a bit more defensive, even if that means going a bit more counter-attackish, even like whatever logic you want to go. That's my thing with this whole conversation. Anyway, let me just grab these super.
To do a poll, by the way, Sam.
There's no. I'm gonna end the stream now anyway. Big up to Akia, who says, big up Hussam, Fozi, Cal, Tom. Appreciate you all. You never walk alone. Thanks so much, Akia. My favorite out of all the new mods. New mods, not the older one. I'm talking about the new mods. The 3-4 I just made moderators. Big up Akia. Has been cooking recently, keeping the chat in check. Appreciate you, brother. Why are we comparing Van Dijk and Salah? Two different positions. Yes, Van Dijk hasn't been his best, but who do you replace him with? We look better without Mo. If your logic is we look better without Mo, why did we lose to Galatasaray? Number one, why did we lose to Galatasaray if we look better without him? Number two, the reason why I brought up Van Dijk is because people's logic for criticizing Mo is the high standard. Van Dijk has been the standard for a Premier League centre-back for the last 10 years.
Yep.
See? You want to know the problem? You want to know the issue of this whole conversation? I don't think Van Dijk is washed. I don't think Mo is washed. I want them both to stay. I just want Slot to just fix up the system. That's it.
Well, he did.
I love both of them, bro. But the problem is, when I bring up Van Dijk, their logic becomes sticky. Not mine. Their logic of this guy is washed and that guy is washed. And their logic becomes destroyed.
Look at the game yesterday. Look at the game yesterday. How often did you see that midfield being wide open yesterday? There was nothing like that. I mean, like what Mike was bringing up over here every single time, how far apart the players are. They were all like in the central bit. They made it difficult for West Ham to create chances. The gaps was filled in. If this Baldy does this like every game, we're gonna win more than we're gonna lose.
We're gonna win, exactly. We're gonna win with Mo and without Mo if we just do this basic stuff.
With the same damn formation.
Yeah. Watch him, and now against Sunderland at home, Curtis Jones right back, and we end up losing, and then we go like, oh, talk about Mo Salah.
Yes.
Big up to Akio says, like and subscribe, chat. I'm late to the stream. Does everyone want Salah sold besides Sam? No. Fozi has been very solid today. I don't think Tom wants him gone either.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't want him gone. Okay.
No. I love him. I understand why.
I love this argument. Who do we drop Virgil van Dijk for? Like as if Chiesa or whichever right winger is even 1/10 of Mo's level. I sang the Italian national anthem. I know it by heart. I'm not a Chiesa hater. I love Federico Chiesa.
I just wish
Italia se desta di Elmo di CPO. There's not an agenda. But don't act like you can't say Salah deserves to be dropped and also Van Dijk deserves to be dropped. Keep the energy consistent if you want to go based off deserves to be dropped. The only one that deserves to start is Dominic Szoboszlai. The rest of them all deserve to be dropped. So.
Have you guys noticed, like, when the team plays well, Dominic Szoboszlai just fades away? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird. It's weird. Am I wrong?
Andre is going to get triggered in 3, 2, 1. Andre, I love you.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's true.
Like, yesterday, did you think he played well? The team played well.
No, but I think he was moved out of his impactful positions yesterday. So
normally, wherever he plays, he's all right. Even when he plays right back, he's all right. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking, like, why?
I mean, Frankfurt, we won 5-1, and he was man of the match on the day. Okay. So it's not like when we play well, it's at the cost of Szoboszlai. We played well, and Szoboszlai still being a very important piece of that. It's just when we're playing badly, he's the only one who still hits the standards.
Do you expect more though, Tom? Like from him? Do you want him
On
like,
the ball? Yes.
Yeah,
On the
that's
ball.
what I think.
Well, from Szoboszlai,
I don't think it's the athleticism I'm looking at. I'm looking at that more. I want him to create more chances, like take long range shots.
On the ball,
And,
he should be better.
set pieces
I don't know. I'm
you
happy
think
with what he's
just
doing this year.
athleticism for you? Yeah, nothing else.
No, because that's not what his game is. What Szoboszlai does still. Szoboszlai isn't bad when he gets the ball. He still does what he needs to do. I don't want him to try and do more because I saw him try and do more last season and it didn't work. We've just bought a 10 who's supposed to do more. I don't now want to get a 10 who needs the ball and as a response tell other people to get on the ball more. Okay. The reason why it worked so well yesterday was because Wirtz, every time we were attacking, who was the guy picking it up and driving us forwards? It was Wirtz. And he can create, he can do what he wants then. I've got no problem with Szoboszlai taking a bit of a backseat at that point. Still having his moments. I mean, the second goal is created entirely through his run, about 40 yards on the left where he beats two men. So it's not like he still doesn't have an impact. But if we buy a 10 who needs the ball, I'm not going to then give it to another guy. I'm going to try and give it to my 10. That's where I think we went wrong with it a lot this season. We've had too many cooks in the kitchen at times when you really need to have one or two who can just get the ball. That's why, for me, so like Real Madrid, he was brilliant, but so was Wirtz. And who was the guy who kind of struggled up until the second half where he burst onto it and just made it the left back, Salah. So the moment that Szoboszlai sort of reduced his role, Salah then steps up. We can have two guys who are on the ball. The problem that we have there is if I'm going, right, we're going to have Wirtz, then we're going to have Szoboszlai, and I need Szoboszlai to do more, then we're going to have Salah, and I need Salah to do more, then we're going to play Ekitike, and Ekitike's going to drop in and link up. I've got four guys who need the ball there. There's one ball on the pitch. Some guys need to sort of stomach the pride and go, I'm here to do hard yards, take my opportunities when they get here. And I think that's what
listen, I agree with you, Tom. I just want him to be better on the ball more. If he sorts that out, I think like we've got players on our hands. Because when I look at our team, what's missing is the possession keeping. Once we start sorting that out, I think we'll be more of a better team than what we're looking at now.
I think you've got to be careful.
We were very good defensively and off the ball against West Ham, but on the ball there needs to be significant improvement. That's the thing.
I think you've got to be careful with guys like Szoboszlai though. So if you try and take away, if you try and go, listen, I need you to, you know, them passes that he plays, the switches, the ball is in behind. If you tell him, I need you to limit them and keep it tight, then I think you lose. Then you threaten to take away some of what makes Szoboszlai great. I think you should just instead use the players who specialize at that. It's why I'm shocked Curtis Jones didn't start the game yesterday. I thought Curtis Jones for sure started away from home. Curtis Jones, what he's exceptional at is keeping hold of the ball and keeping it ticking. That's where I think rather than trying to make someone do that, play the guy who does it. And then you've still got your option then, if you need to change it up, where you've got your guy to come in and do that.
Well,
I also don't look at something like yesterday.
There's something we could work for, isn't it, to get better at. So, you know what I mean? Those players could make their impact in the next games. That's what I think as well.
Big up to Matty says, what would be a fair price for Mo in the summer? Just like Van Dijk's price, 40, 50 million. If anyone wants to buy the two washed players, using your logic, not mine, come buy them. Big up to Akio says, the more interesting question, does erasing Mo's GA this season make a bigger impact than erasing Van Dijk's mistakes? I'm not asking which is more positive or negative, which result has more of an impact.
Well, I think you'd need to go through it one by one and figure out which is a Van Dijk mistake.
Yeah, because if you erase Mo's GA, like you're erasing Bournemouth win, you're erasing
you're not erasing the ball. Are you erasing? I think he only got one goal that game.
He got an assist.
Bournemouth. No, he didn't.
So.
He didn't get the assist.
Could be wrong. You're erasing Burnley. You're erasing Atletico.
You're erasing. So I can tell you right now.
You're erasing Everton.
Bournemouth stays the same. Newcastle goes down to a draw.
Yeah.
So you lose 2 points there. Burnley, you lose 2 points there. Everton, you lose 2 points there. Atletico, you lose 3 points. Which are the ones? Brentford stays the same. Villa stays the same.
Why does Villa stay the same?
Because he only got a goal that game. And we won 2-0.
Okay.
All right.
So that stays the same. Has he got any other GA after Villa?
Nope.
So you would be 2, 4,
Van
6,
Dijk
9
mistakes.
points worse off. So Van Dijk mistakes. Bournemouth,
City,
I don't think City doesn't change anything because it would beat 2-0
Eindhoven,
anyway.
City,
Eindhoven doesn't
Forest.
change anything. Forest doesn't change anything because again, it's not like he made mistakes for all three. The ones you look at, if you think the first goal by United's a Van Dijk mistake, that's 2 points back.
Yeah.
If you think that's a mistake,
You've
if
got
you want a Brentford penalty,
Yeah, Brentford.
that's
yeah,
1 point
Brentford
back. In
penalty,
fact, no,
that's,
it's
that's
1
a
point.
point gained, basically.
So United and Brentford would be 1 point gained, 1 point gained. You think the Caicedo one was a mistake? I don't, so I'm not going to count that one because I think that you get it 50-50 either way.
I think Van Dijk
He should have come out. He should have come out though, Tom. He should have come out.
I think when you watch it, I think
This is
when
what
you
I'm
watch
saying,
it
like,
back.
about leadership. Like sometimes you've got to take responsibility.
But because
Yes, Fozi, thank you.
No, because we had this debate on the day after Sam, and I remember telling you explicitly, he can't come out. He can't come out because there's a run who's got the blind side of our left back. So if Van Dijk comes out, all Caicedo does is feed it in behind, and it's a one-on-one.
You're narrowing the angle. You're narrowing the angle of the pass, bro. So he would have probably still got the ball if he read it. He would have got it.
Akia, you want to know something? Once again, Akia.
As a centre, why are you shouting? Fucking hell!
Go on.
You shouting me?
No, Hassan, he's dead close to his mic. It was dead loud to me.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Go on.
Well, when you're a centre back in that situation, and the ball has come through your midfield, so the midfield was so shit on that goal that I think that's where I place my blame. I don't look at Van Dijk and go, "That's on you." That's on you. That's how we look at it differently.
I know that, yeah.
Van Dijk's side on here, he's got a run. He can see that whoever was on the right, who was it? Fucking someone on the right. Neto is making the run on the inside of Kerkez. And Kerkez has lost him. Kerkez has switched off. Kerkez has lost him. So at this point in time, Van Dijk, as his side on, he's going, if I can get... What is the better chance to give up here? If I go and he feeds it through, which is a very real possibility,
and the goalkeeper would have come out. Don't forget, the goalkeeper would have come out and probably one-on-one.
The goalkeeper might have come out, but you can't... In the moment, you can't sit there and go, I'm going to do that, and then the goalkeeper's definitely going to come, because it wasn't Alisson, it was Mamardashvili, and Mamardashvili isn't as quick off his line as Alisson. I think Alisson definitely would have got there. Mamardashvili maybe not. So Van Dijk is there like this. He sees the blindside run there. He's going, which is the better chance to give up? Do I jump out and then potentially concede the one-on-one? Or do I block this off and go, if you 25 yards out, fair enough. And he's given him that one.
I would have come out, mate. That's what I would have done.
I would have come out as well. But anyway, let's just agree to disagree.
Save it, innit? That's what I would have done. I know what you're talking about. Mamardashvili doesn't come out. I understand though. But sorry.
What are the games that a Van Dijk mistake?
Tom, I want to end the stream, habibi. Tom, I have to go. Anyway, so regardless, this whole conversation shows you that it's close. That's why people shouldn't scapegoat. So that's the lesson we have learned today. Regardless, big up to all of you guys. Make sure guys are liking. Make sure guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Go subscribe to Tom Little. Go subscribe to Fozi TV, which has been my point for the last hour. Tom Palani, thank you for getting it. Make sure guys are subscribing to Fozi TV as well. His link is in the description. I've added it as well. Go subscribe to Kopish. This is going to redirect you over to MHF, where I'm headed as well, to speak about the Premier League fixtures on the weekend. So yeah, big up to every single one of you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.
Take care, guys.